YouTube. Let's hit record. We're going straight into it. Thank you very much, Rack, for the raid. Thank you, Caleb to go for the 17 months. And thank you... Oh, where am I going? That was for 2 months, 17 minutes ago. I can't read. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Aiden, for the 19 months. Happy Pride, everyone. And thank you, Fancy Ferret, for the 8 months as well. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Rack, as well, for the raid. Morning, everyone, or maybe evening for a lot of the Rack viewers. Who've had a lovely sleep? Yeah, it was a good rest. It was a good rest. It was a hard get up because the bed was so cozy. Comfy bed. But the Overwatch calls. 2 a.m. Yeah. Are you ready for 3 Korea games, followed by some China games, followed by 8 Overwatch World Cup games? There's going to be no chance to sleep. Hey Ritzy, hey Lemon, hey Endless. Oh. Hey Alligator. Sleep, what's that? That's the right attitude. That's the right attitude. Okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? What would a streamer do in this situation? Probably do some kind of knock. Little knocky knock with Max. Any good games? That's part of a problem. If I show you, I can show you what we're working with. If I press that, can you see? You can't super see. If I press that though, you can see. So Korea there's a mix of games. So we got like Korea here. My pen's very big. Korea here, which is going to be Superbad versus O2, Zeta versus Cheeseburger, Crazy Recruitment, all expected to be very one-sided. But and China's happening at the same time, but China's also in a seeding thing, so like that game's not going to be close. This one might be a bit of a dogfight. This one's not going to be close. So China and Korea is very big team versus little teamy, and on the other side, but once we get to the World Cup, that game's not that important. This game is super important. This game's important because it decides top seed. This one's not very important. Let's scroll. This one's not very important. This one's also important because it decides top seed. And I think these two are important, even though they might be a bit more one-sided. I think they're important in terms of who qualifies. So the stakes are going to raise as we go throughout the day, even if we're not going to have maybe any headline fixtures. I think the headline fixture, honestly, maybe this is personal bias, but I think the headline fixture is actually Team GB against Germany. That'll be a big one, and I'll probably not bring up the war at all. I don't know. I can't see a situation where I bring up the war, so we'll probably barely even bring up the war that much. All right. Oh, let me open the door. It's kind of warm in here. I need to send a message as well. Ooh. Ooh. Has there been some conflict involving Germany and other European nations? Actually, yes, Mrs. Ramatra. Funny you ask. Don't worry. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Should I get some type of clean feed going as well? Which one's this? Asia. 7th. It's a special day today as well. It's not the most romantic way to spend it, but it's actually my wedding anniversary today. It's exactly 1 year. Exactly 1 year. And what better way to spend it? Oh, 20 hours of Overwatch. Oh, is that a bit loud? A bit loud. Thanks, guys. Yeah, 1 year. Fuck. It feels... What would you call it? It feels weird. Like, it feels like it was just yesterday. I don't know if that's just for nature. I'll show you the walkouts and stuff while we talk. Don't know if that's just the nature of these things. W wedding. Thanks, everyone. But yeah, stuff always moves so quickly, but it feels crazy now it was a year ago. Oh. Surreal? Yeah. I know, the whole day's really strange, because everyone always tells you, they'll give you, you know, like the cliche is it's like the best day of your life or something like this. So I remember going into it and being sort of like, I don't know. And if you can really just like anticipate, oh yeah, this is probably the best day of my life. It just feels like the cliche of a sort of thing that everyone says because it feels like the appropriate thing to say. And then it turns out it really is. And it just turns out it really is. So I don't know. So it feels really weird. I remember the afterglow I had from that weekend was like nothing I'd ever experienced before. The way we did our wedding is we sort of rented a place for like the weekend. So friends, family, and everyone, we went down on a Friday, you know, few drinks, hang out, preparations Friday night, you know, get the venue ready and stuff. Actual ceremony on Saturday, etc., etc. And then Sunday we had a sort of chill out day in. And some people left Sunday, but most people left Monday. So we had the whole weekend together, and it's just all my family, all my wife's family, all of my friends, all of her friends, everything like that. And just afterwards, obviously we do the honeymoon, which is easy to have a good time on a holiday, I guess. But there was just like a real afterglow of positivity, and everything's great, and everything's like what would you call it? I guess it's love and appreciation for everything. So yeah, I don't know. It's a cliche, and I imagine you might well think the same thing I'm saying, where it's like, you know, cliche, best day of your life, whatever. But I don't know. It just was. It just was. I wanted to say, skeptical is the wrong word because that sounds way too cynical going in. But you just, I don't know. If someone tells you something's going to be the best experience of your life, you kind of can't believe it until it is. It's like a bold claim, right? Do we do stuff for anniversaries? We always celebrate the anniversary in terms of, you know, like card, gift, try and spend a bit of time together. Obviously, I'm working this weekend, and she was at, what was it called? That Capital Summertime Ball yesterday, like a festival in London, like a one-day festival. So she normally makes herself busy when I'm busy casting the Overwatch. So no plans today, but we're going out for dinner on Tuesday, which will be like our official celebration. It's also another special day. Happy 6-7. Yeah, I mean, I know. What am I looking at here? Now, I'm from the right side of the pond, some will call it. So it is 7-6 here. But yeah, so we're going for dinner on Sunday. We've done, I've written day 2 on the YouTube feed. Ooh, shit. I can fix that. Day 3. There we go. Yeah, so we got each other presents. We've been together ages. This is our... Oh, fuck. This is our 1 year wedding anniversary, but we've been together 13 years. Our, like, getting together anniversary is in February, so it's over 13 years now. So we celebrate both because we've celebrated one for so long, it seems silly to throw that one away. But yeah, she wanted to do, because there's like traditional gifts or traditional themes, I guess they're called. Traditional themes of gifts, and the first theme is paper. So she's written me like a very sweet handwritten note and had it framed, which is a quote from the vows from our wedding, which is really nice. She's still at the festival. She's not home right now. She's coming back later today. So her present is on the table downstairs, and hopefully she's not watching, but I'm pretty sure she never watches, really. So I think this is safe. So my present to her, because the theme was paper, is, I don't know if you've ever seen those things that are like paper artwork from books, where they take pages from books and they make it into, I guess, some origami-esque thing. So my gift to her is several paper roses. from some of the favourite books that she's read, both sort of current and past, that she can hopefully use to decorate. She's got like a big bookcase in our bedroom, so hopefully Nose will go there in some fashion, decorate that, and hopefully she likes Nose, but I'll find out later, but hopefully I did alright. So that's the first one. I can't remember. I'll need to Google them because I can't remember what the other ones are. I don't need to know to next year. I'll figure it out next year. But I think they scale up. Let's see. Traditional wedding anniversary themes. Paper, cotton. Oh, cotton's going to be hard now. Actually fucked up how wholesome you are. Sorry, guys. I mean, paper's actually... Paper was quite easy. But cotton, I feel, is going to be hard. Like, I've got a whole year to figure this out. What's the hardest one so far? We've just started, because these are wedding anniversary ones, so even though we've been together longer, normally the presents are just get her something that I think she'll like. So I've only just started. Because some of these I can really see, right? Like leather, this could be a handbag, a nice purse or something, right? There's like clear answers there. Maybe a leather jacket or something. She got a leather jacket when we were in Germany. Fruit and flowers. That one's easy, right? I just get like a really nice set of flowers. Wood, iron. You can get like really sculpture-y into these ones. Bronze, willow. I guess that's just a specific type of wood. Pottery. All these ones feel like quite reasonable. Obviously, once we get going, we get really going, you know. But cotton, maybe it's an item of clothing. Yeah, maybe like an item of clothing. China, yeah, China as in like I guess like porcelain, like dinner china. Yeah, they change to every 5 years. I think. I don't know. The person... I know my grandparents on my mum's side. They're both passed now. Ah. Hey, Volty. And hello to your dog. Full of wholesome messages today. Cotton can also be used for scents. So maybe a cotton perfume. Okay. That could work. Yeah, I think my grandparents got to 50 years married. When they were... They must have both just about been in... When they were both in their 70s, they were like a really classic, you know, got married. What do you call it? Like old-timey, I guess, you know, like they met in the, what would it have been? Like the 60s? Early 60s, maybe? So it was proper, you know, meet, get married, have kids type thing. They got to 50 years, which is crazy. Like a blanket or a robe. Yeah, that's a good shout. Maybe cotton's not as hard as I thought it would be. All right, we can make it work. Surely earlier than that, given your 50s. Haha, ha 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 ha. Yeah, 50 years is crazy though. Like, yeah, they must have both been in their 70s. I don't know too much about like. I remember the version of the story I've been told is very much like the headline story where. My nan, she worked in a pie shop, and my granddad always used to go into the pie shop, and it was a very much, I guess, like, the cliche courting, but, you know, pester her to go out, and then eventually says, yes, get married, kids, 50 years later. All right, do you want some slop? Who's who, and who goes where? Superbad searching for their super good fit. Yeah, I mean, it's such a cliche British thing as well. She worked at a pie shop. I liked pies. Tonal whiplash. I know. It's just squeezing some WDG slop. Did I see this? It's a Google Doc. Oh, fucking. It's just going to be a lot of reading at 7 AM. Oh, wait, is it the painkiller thing? Yeah, I didn't watch the video, but I read, I skipped the first part, but I read the document. Oh. Speaking of tonal whiplash. Wedding, WG Slop, Tier 2 Overwatch. How to fix it. Any good matches today? Probably once we get to the World Cup, yes. Korea's probably going to be a little bit sloppy, but the World Cup starts earlier today for some reason. Hey, Hadouken King. We'll maybe talk about it later, Fitch. I probably have like a few thoughts. I guess like my headline thoughts are, on the surface, I think most of the suggestions are fine, right? In the sense, like, I don't hate the idea of an open qualifier. I think the big problem with an open qualifier, though, is does it actually work with Facet's business model? Oh, wait. Little bit of slob. Clean aim, courtesy of servers. O2's battle-ready DPS duo, open strong. I served too. Is it a military thing? Let's enlist. Let's enlist. How was Falcons v Zanside? Superb. Super uneventful and one-sided. Send it Overwatch slop themed. I feel like this is such a sub-genre niche. How bad was super bad? Really actually very bad. Really very bad. Yeah, it's not a bad shout, Aiden. Good night. I'll see you for the World Cup. By calculations to Mexico, mate. Yeah, they should, right? Like, Mexico only have... where am I going? This one. Fuck. Yeah, they only have to play Argentina, right? So as long as Mexico beat Argentina... Because USA are going to play Chile. So yeah, I think Mexico should go through just on the basis that if I go to the matches, USA will win this one, and Mexico will win this one, which means this will go to 1 and 2, and this will go to 2 and 1, and then Mexico will leap up in the standings type thing. So yeah, I think Mexico should be fine. What do you think of the rankings will look like by the end of this stage in Korea? I think... I think Crazy Raccoon look like they're just going to stay way on top. Falcons look kind of a mess. Zeta look uninspired. T1 look like the second best team in Korea now. But I just can't trust T1. I think T1 will go in to that playoffs looking like the second best team. But I don't think they'll finish second. It's something, they always blow it. They always blow it. So, if they blow it every time, it seems fair enough to presume there'll be a little bit more blowing. Is there a path for Brazil to make it? No, Brazil are done. Their group's done as well. Like, they played all their games, and these are just for final standings for Group 1 or Group A, whatever you want to call it. Alright. Oh, bloody hell. Overwatch starting already. What better way? Thank you, Control Yaddy, for the 9 months. Thank you very much. Let's connect. Good morning.
Look who decided to show up to work.
I've been here the whole time, mate.
That's just a lie. I've been.
I was in a meeting. I was in a meeting with chat.
A meeting with chat.
Yeah, I had a meeting. Important things to discuss. I'll send you the notes in an email.
All right. Completely unrelated. Do you have a clean feed link?
Oh, I sure do. Oh, look who's decided to do some work, huh?
Oh, I'm doing the work. I'm doing the work with the dulcet tones of Japanese casters in the back. Because I'm the king of Japan. All right. Fate on Malga versus Sentier on Malga, and O2 Blast have won the first fight. It's a Wu-Tian sweep. really. Just the greatest to never do it. Finally pushing deep TP into the backline. Fate shout trading in main. Form timings exchanged. Sorry is God only knows where. Fate, go on, mate. Show us what you got. Pin into 5 players. Or just stand there and chill. Because you are in control.
He's in control. They've got the touch. Chance to go inside if they really want this one, but they can also just keep Superbad pinned in as OWCS, they have control of a point. No need to make any sudden moves. It's on Superbad to come out in this choke. They take a little peep. Stomp goes through. Fate's taking a lot of damage here, but Cardiac overdrive as Bastion's trade form. Now a bit of space. Sorry's going to drop down, drops that nade onto Wushan's head. That's going to be an opening kill, and now with a player advantage, Agent's going to TP on, look to try and push that one on top of a Bastion here. Pocket is enough. Kiri TP's up, and this means there's limited support for Fate on the ground. That's going to be Fate dying now instead, and a chance to flip back for Superbad.
Nice quick TP on high. Fate taking a lot of damage. Sorry will take him down. Superbad continuing to scrap it out right now, but with OWCS losing 2 players, I'm just waiting for that Wutian trade. But I think he's actually, yeah, just chilling in spawn. Not going to be killing my fantasy all too much. Numbers? Oh.
8. 10.
8.
12.
11. 12. 13, 14, 15.
Just works.
16. I feel like seconds are going slower today. You getting that?
I've started alright, you know. I feel like time has been flying. Mainly because when I woke up... Oh, they've just won this Casino Rush trade by a mile, by the way. But when I woke up, and then all of a sudden I could have had 20 minutes more in bed, and that 20 minutes disappeared in a blink of an eye. So time is hurtling at an alarming rate for me.
I woke up pre-alarm. Like, I'm so exhausted.
20 minutes
I woke
before
up
the
pre-alarm. Yeah, it's so fucking bad, man. Like, just no good. Wait,
the body craves another 18 hours of Overwatch.
Yeah, genuinely, if there's one thing that my body needs, it's more time in this chair. All right, Sentier holding up on point now. Superbad have a ridiculous bank of ults to work with. Pin into the backline. Bombs are out, but Sentia and Zen both forced to use their cooldowns early. Spin in the cage. Bombed out of this world for Azent. Keep dreaming, brother. Missing and Fate will get traded, though, so maybe there's the... Nah, it's just supports. They can't clutch this. You're going up against Wutian.
Not Wuchan on City Center, but greatest Reaper we've heard of today.
Kelsey says it's their more World Cup on today, which only 8 more games of it, Kels.
We're just getting started.
It ends earlier today, though. It ends earlier. Yeah, you're in the trenches. Good luck. Yep. It ends 3 hours earlier, because it starts 3 hours earlier and overlaps with OWCS Korea for reasons unknown to man nor beast.
China.
But now we...
It's a freeway.
Sentia up through main. Now it's time. Aga. For Superbad to get back on the point. 77% as OWCS are in control right now. A little strafing run from the Bastions in the sky. Sorry, playing slow up through main, but really it's time to step on the gas. Let's kill that Malga. One of those Aki Suzus. Missing trying to res Fate, but Herb will fall as well, and a rather unceremonious neutral is going to end this Superbad, just stepping up and taking the point. No questions asked.
Really about as easy as you're ever going to see a retake happen on City Centre. Normally it's a huge struggle. You have to clear everyone. You have to try and do it cleanly. You have to take a big ult trade. We can't just walk in and kill some people. Kill the Malga first. Why not? Just a bit of front-to-back Overwatch. Now Superbad in control as we enter the last fight of this City Centre. So has a catnap, and OWCS have a whole lot of nothing. So an ult advantage here if they can find the connection. Sentier wants to go as well. Big swing in. Catnap over the top. Doesn't find too much, but Fate's taking a lot of damage. Sorry with the Bastion swing right now. Going to drop the bombs in over top as well. They need more. TP away, stomp on, and they found no kills with both of these ultimates. Oh, spoke too soon. Fate is in, but he's getting bombed from the sky. Down he goes. Tank advantage. Kitsune rush out from missing, but he dies as he casts that one. Why do I have missing on my roster? Wushan with the trade, though, trying to do it, but he gets shut down as well. The later Kitsune rush from Univer will get it going. Bastion on the high ground now. Per and Faith trying to stall this one out. They both have ults as well. So hard to clear them off this high ground. Doomfist back. Catnap comes through. The cage, the spin. Will it finish it? Fate's going to get a big punch, but he's not going to get a chance to use it. And Superbad, super winning.
Unbelievable. 3-0 Superbad sweep. Battle of the bottoms. Nobody wins in that situation. Willy Wacker. Thanks for the prime, man. Cheers. Awesome. Hi, Nuclear. Why's my ball player on Doom? Look at Preds. Does Fate win his map? Did he win his map last time? I don't remember.
Yeah, they won all the maps, didn't they? Just 3-0 downside. He did win it on Bull, though.
Ah, he played ball. And, well, ball's still open. He's just going for
so hard into the Malga. That matchup, ball, impossible.
Buzzing. What's up, Glock Jam? You already know how I'm feeling. Alright. Push up top. Sorry. Bit of poking to the Malga here. Little clash. Fate getting pumped early though. Strafing run on the Bass. Per can't aim. So looks to be totally fine.
His
Stomp
one
on the ground. We're playing Cat Bastion and Per has been stomped. How does that happen if not Faith throwing the game? Explain it to me.
You gotta drop a Bastion, get him involved in the shout, chuck him on the ground, you know? It's fine.
Hongyu can't do more.
First fight for Superbad. As far as I'm concerned, 2023 World Cup was last year. I agree, Isaac. It feels like it was
I kind of feel that too, right? Like
it just feels like last year's competition, you know? All of Overwatch blurs into one.
Like
good luck for your game later as well.
I've been truly wasted to the point that I could condense everything that happened in 3 into 1, and it still feels like a yeah.
So it was my anniversary today, reading my card this morning from my wife, and then tuning in for Superbad O2 Blast. What whiplash. Sensi is in big trouble inside here. He's going to have to stomp out now as Azent will TP backwards. O2 Blast have a lot of space on point, a lot of capture progress too. Azent's actually died for this one as well, so the flip's already gone through. Bombs back from Sorry, don't find them a trade, and Superbad will end up giving this one up just for free.
1 to 11,000, 1 to 1,150 payout. That's not too bad of a pred. Gashai, thank you very much for the prime. Welcome. Univa with a Kitsu now ready to push forward if need be. O2 Blaster in control, of course, missing. About to have his own Kitsune Rush. Should be a mirrored exchange here. Kitsu, looked like Univa was going to throw it out. Does throw it out. Sorry, on the ground, dead for nothing. Just incredible piloting skills across the board here, to be honest, as O2 Blaster going to collect a freebie.
Yeah, nice clean trade. Just Kitsune Rush for Kitsune Rush. They'll crush that one. Vasuzu not able to save for Bastion there. Per will get all the cleanup. You see he's pretty pumped about the whole situation. It's going to be O2 Blast in control, taking the lead, and they've got all the ults they could possibly want to match. Even an extra artillery form here for this Bastion duel on the sky. Form timing comes out, but Per and Faith successfully DPing that one. So form advantage for Per if he wants to take this one back, but he's getting flown in main actually for this cage trade. Dropped in now, the pocket coming through. Blossom over the top from Azent. Will get big damage, but bombs come through from Per, but they don't find any trades. They win that cage trade up at front. And Wuchan, just no time to get, no opportunities to get that spin-off. Goes down to the Blossom of Azent.
Couldn't be Wuchan's fault though. This guy is what people call the perfect player, at least for 18 points. Now Superbad, Catnap available for Soe. O2 Blast, Spin, and Catnap on the cards here. So, slightest of advantages for O2 that they have to retake. A bit far away from the coast here where these fights are happening as well. If people are leaning towards the mini room, it's really hard to get somebody off the map with a Catnap. More of a hang them in the town square sort of ultimate. Sentier gets absolutely dumpstered for damage early on in the piece though. Suzu's gone now and Sentier has to rush out into the open using the shout. Thankfully, Fate is completely unaware that he has a massive ult battery and it just takes it on the chin. Wuchan, no fault of his own, of course, is going to get catnapped and Bass Bomb comboed. Nice little move there from Superbad. Push deep now into the spawn. Fate going for a shout trade, but we can keep pushing Superbad. We're up a Reaper.
Yeah, don't seem too interested at the moment. They're just going to slow it down, play for last fight. They've got Kitsune Rush in the back, 10% ahead of Missing right now. I don't know if they're aware of this slim advantage they have. They're playing it very casual-like. The Zent's had this Faith Wraith formed in the main. Going to go for it. Kitsune Rush over top. Blossom is available from Wuchan. Takes down Sorry, drops into that one. Sentier finds for, or tries to find for Stomp, but cannot. This time the spin makes the difference on this Kitsune Rush trade. O2 Blast get it back. One more fight to decide this point. Fate's going to have the cage real soon. They'll have bombs to throw in as well. Azent, though, he nearly has the spin for Superbad to combo with their own cage.
Ooh, a second spin could strike the O2 Blast backline if we're not careful. Nobody tell Marky Mark. Now Sentier pushing forward. Cage ready to rip. Fate, an old man. Who knows whether he knows how to get value out of the cage. Early cage comes through, catches the Bastion. Per's dead. TP Suzu. Spin to win. Azent, come on. It's actually a 1-for-1 trade. Sorry's died in this. The cage lasted the entire turn.
Spin soon.
Where are we going? TP's out of the fight. Azent, no.
Not out, in. spin! Oh, had for Blossom there. They were so low. Now they have to throw themselves on point. Universe gonna die. Fate has to throw himself on. Senti is there. Catnap comes through. Azent goes down with the spin. Super bad. It slips through their fingers. Azent, oh, he was so close to that Blossom. They were still... The cage had just broken, but they were all still there, you know. They were all right there for a spin.
Oh. Bit tragic, to be honest. Wu-Chan.
Oh, I have my sausage sandwich to cheer me up.
Wait, Zach the caster? Pirate Despair? Why is that to do with the Pirate Despair? Just... That's what happens when I see Wu-Chan winning, you know? And there's no greater win than a map being prolonged. Why is
Textbook
it
Chris's
update
Law?
today?
Yeah. When Chris is right,
the woke
he's
have
right.
everything now, sir. Bless you. Thank you.
No one watches the game yesterday. Don't worry about it, Isaac. It's all about today's game. The Battle of the Bottoms. Fight for that third.
Very woke if you want. Zest mic issues, Zest mic theory.
Morning, GB.
Is merger merging with merger? His face is a different size in the second emote.
No.
It works. It just works.
It's just the incest bit, you know?
Ah.
It's currently less than an hour into the stream. We're just recycling all the bits.
Sub into Tiny Flames. Where's Lucas? He'll show up. Come on, Dumbbell. Show us what you got, son.
Isn't Dumbbell not in?
I'm just gonna instantly ban that link. I'm not even clicking on that shit, man. I'm not. You're perma-banned if you post URL shorteners in my chat. Like, that's just not happening, mate. Don't know what that is. Don't want to know. Smeagol, here you go. Donut consumer. Go.
Oh, thank you, Gotik, for the 7 months. Good morning. You advertising the computer exchange?
This explains it much better. Twitch.tv/Hunter.
Bastion swing on the coast, and oh dear, sorry, has been obliterated onto that one now. Per's going to get dropped into the danger zone. He'll get traded right back. Battle now on the high ground and the low ground as Reapers and Malgas tee up. Essentia has lost the HP battle massively. Wu-Chan's able to clean that one up, and now with Malga advantage, here comes Fate to push that advantage. Super Bad will have to get out of here.
Can turn off links. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about people posting links. I just don't want them to post URL shorteners, you know? This explains it much
just
better.
no viruses.
The burnt peanut, you know? Like,
you and your strict no virus rules.
you and your no virus policy. Unbelievable, dude. All good. Swing around the back now. Sorry. Form. Ready to rip. Strafing run for Per. Goes deep. Fate is in... What the fuck? Fate dies on the point when the Bastion isn't shooting him at all. That's just a solo kill for Azent. Now the Bass gets stomped as Hongyu is going to pilot Per too close to the ground again. And that's going to be an easy retake for Super Bad. We might actually be in for a full-blown toilet bowl here. This is outrageous. Who's the other tank on this roster with Fate?
It's Heiser. No, wait.
It's some...
No, it's not Heiser, that's Sanside. It's...
Sungen.
Yes, you're right. Alright, retake now. Fate does just keep disappearing sometimes in this front line. Another Bastion battle in the skies here. It's going to be a kite away for Superbad. Kitsune Rush comes out. Mission's going to mirror that one on point now as well. Other rocks all about to come up, as it'll be a stalemate with this one for sure. Wu-Shan is low, has to deep peek. Now he's back up to full health. Catnap comes out. Backstab from... from that one, so he's going to drop the bombs in response. Now Zen from a high ground has the spin, ready to go. TP in behind Babasi, now drops the spin. Big damage, but missing takes him down. Trades though, Sorry's found 2 on the high ground, and he's broken the cage. Bombs out from Per, don't find anything. Wushan's going to drop Senti as he drops in. Sorry needs help now as well. Catnap comes through, goes to drag the Reaper off. So he will get that one, but it's a trade. And O2 Blast hang on.
Just so cummy. So cummy. Like 40% apiece, 1-to-1. They are dogfighting the entire while. That's 5 ultimates for both sides now. So a full reset back to the original state of the game, which is presumably Fate just getting picked by a Reaper walking up onto him. Per going to fight the coast here. Early form comes out. Big damage on a Per who's now going to be on the ground, but Per's found a timing to sneak some damage in onto the Mauga. Wu-Tan trying to creep in behind. He wants to hit that backline. You can see him, the commander, calling his push. Shao comes out now from Fate. He wants to go deeper. Big damage onto Missing. No, that's not you. You're not the commander. You're Commander X, not the commander. Different situation. Suzu out now. Sorry has another set of bombs.
Just for same
Big damage inside. Oh, keep the secret.
Bombs coming through now as well. No kills in the back for that one as Superbad tried to take a brief respite before coming back out, but they are pushing into a spin. They have to be real careful as they are at an old deficit, but they're also low on time, so they kind of have to touch the point. Stay in this one as well. Wushan's going to have that Wraith Force, but Zed dies on point. I think that was no Wraith coming back out from him. Now the Kitsune rush. Superbad are on the kite though. They don't have time for much of a kite as they have to touch the point. Sentia is going to duck out of this one for now. Overtime triggered, but so had to sacrifice their life. Now Sentia comes in for another touch, but he's taken so much damage on the way through. An O2 Blast. Looking like it'll be good to clean this one up, but spin up a choke, no further touches. And nothing ever happens. O2 take the first round, first map.
Nothing ever happens. Say it with me, kids. Oh, man. Poor Superbad, you know? Poor Superbad. The veteran presence of Hongyu and Fate making all the difference. Alright, let me make that coffee. You got me?
Mm-hmm.
Beast. Be right back. Have fun with Xavier, kids.
Our first fun activity will be watch me eat a sausage sandwich. Stay tuned for this and more fun games. Oh, hell yeah, chewing. Chew. Alright. Do you think Zeta are having an identity crisis in terms of their comps, like they don't have one, or they can just fall back and rely on, or do you think the Champions Clash has knocked their confidence? I feel like the way I'm starting to feel about Zeta is they have a certain set of comps or a certain set of things that just really suit them, you know, like this with the classic Ana Alara, that we saw a lot in Stage 1. But they're not very adaptive. Like, they kind of are, in the sense that all their players have big hero pools and are very talented, etc, etc. But it feels like from a bigger picture, team structural side, they don't come in super prepared. We see like teams like T1 come in and have counter comps or really good ideas how to solve certain maps or certain comps. And we've seen Crazy Raccoon really excel at mastering new comps and playstyles and stuff like this. And it feels like Zeta don't have that. They have it a little bit on a few comps without just them playing their best heroes, but as soon as things get more diverse, it feels like they've just been left behind massively. Still early. Yeah, still early in Stage 2, right, of course. Always time to come back, etc, etc. But it's a problem that I feel like Zeta needs to solve, and I think it's also a problem that, maybe Krusty in particular, doesn't have a big reputation of solving. I think Gultek doesn't either, really. Like, you think to those GK rosters that were super successful under Gultek, that was mostly them doing kind of what Zeta have done, you know, play their own comps, play some stuff that no one else is playing, find success through that. They've never really been adapters on, like, say, a Krusty team or on a Gultek team. So I'm worried that this team, if they're trying to play that game, are either just going to be not very good at it compared to some of the others. So it's a primarily a coaching problem. Yeah, maybe less even a coaching problem and more just like a decision-making problem from the leadership and comps and everything like this. I don't know exactly when it is, Isaac, but we're the last game of the day in EMEA, I'm pretty sure. So I think it might be real similar to time to when we played yesterday. Where are we? 5:30 on the docket, yeah, so pretty similar. I've been using Overwatch as a study background, but the worry is now I'm testing, will I just be hearing Overwatch cast in the back of my mind? Yes, don't worry. We'll try and slot in all the answers to your test throughout the cast. You want to check on Hunter's chat? Are you guys okay? Everyone's okay. Some gambling. Is that Grass Macarena? At this time in the morning? On a Sunday? You gambling? Alright. What streak is 6 out of 7? Nice. Everything under control. Morning. Oh. Pretty even looking scoreboard there. Super bad, feel right in it. I feel like I've seen versions of this story before where map 1 will feel kind of close and then everything else will just be a blowout. Will it be seen, you'd be sad? Yeah, we did it, Cal. We qualified. We got to play Germany later today, which will decide like first, second seed. But we're qualified, so I'm in. See you there, Mr. Top Seed. Hopefully we get you guys in. If we could do another little group where we get Canada and Australia, I'd be super happy with that. I think Hunter would happy be happy. I think Hunter would enjoy having you guys in the group. Maybe less so us, but yeah. Are you nervous for UK versus Germany? No, I don't think so. Trust the guys. We beat them in scrims pretty confidently. I feel like we have a few different looks we can lean on. Is it confirmed? Yeah. Let me try and remember. I think it's Sentier is the younger brother, and then Azent and Univer are the older twin brothers. The Commonwealth group? I get behind the Commonwealth group. Germany's pretty good, right? Yeah, every time we've scrimmed them, we've sort of kind of smashed them. So I think we should be expected. We should go in as pretty heavy favourites, I think. But, you know, always match day, but not too worried, really. Fun to do this for Family Squad. Yeah. Korea's answer to the Hemsworth brothers. Our matches weren't the most difficult. Yeah, I mean, you're like the Americas was always going to be like this. Like, you'll get an easy group. USA will get an easy group. Other than dying through a sim wall, you played fine. Best game today. I think it will be the GB Germany one. In Korea, it's like this might be the best game of the day. I've not got a lot to offer you from Korea this morning, unfortunately. Oh yeah, Spain-Poland might be good. Or it's high stakes, so hopefully it turns into a good game, yeah. I think Poland are better than maybe they showed yesterday against France too. Morning, Eltar. Oh yeah, Sweden-Denmark, yeah. Sweden-Denmark in a very similar situation to ourselves in Germany, where it's a top seed playoff, basically.
I'm back.
Welcome back. All right, the brother
Bunny
is
Z
out.
Love is here.
Home run
What?
ball is in.
Home run ball, everyone's favorite player from OWCS Japan. Damn, dude, I got through fucking
It's
gone for
blast
12
on a
minutes?
dogfight.
Jesus.
Told you, time. It's just slipping away. Slipping away.
Takes ages to make a cup of joe. Slipping away every year, a year older. Dumbbell though, damn. Oh. Add sneak in this. It's glowing. They're not in game. I'm feeling lucky. Please, slot machine. I'm so kind. Bunny Z Love trying to be nice to the slot machine to get a payout.
Maybe it'll help. Buy it a drink. Take it out for a good time.
I had a drink. Take it out for a good time. Be careful, buddy. Be careful.
And that's how you start.
I really need to sleep now. Putting the
Gambling
phone down.
addiction.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Possum Girl 12. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed. Enjoy getting your drops and all. Everyone, give them a cozy on the way out the door.
Map 1
See ya.
stats up. All right, let's see. I don't think... Do I have any investment in this?
Hey, Bunny.
I guess I kind of need Per to do badly
Perfect.
because everyone else has Per. Per got 9 points. Missing got 13. Oh yeah, I want Missing to do well. 13 for
That's
Missing.
the general theory is everyone
Nine for
must
Per.
fail in order for you to succeed. So you should just see
Yeah.
every player that is on your roster and think, I want a quick, boring game, incredibly one-sided, low score.
How would you feel if I told you Wu Shan got 10.5?
I would tell you that I don't believe you.
Okay.
But the
All
Wu
right.
Chang Gambit
Denial. Denial wasn't what I was expecting as a response. Just.
Suki says, we paid. Hey, Razy. Almost 10 hours. Godspeed. Tea time with Du Bois 6-7. Fucking Wu Shan with the tennis. Like, just so dumb.
Oh, thanks, JB. Just saw.
Until will I recreate the Dancy with CX in Korea? I'm hoping that they keep me and CX a healthy distance from one another when we're co-streaming. I might assault the guy.
Why are you gonna assault me? Why have you started the day so angry, mate?
When we're going up against Team GB, you know, it's throws of passion and all.
I don't know. I feel like if you're like
super high expectations of our
if you're
team.
popping off and raging during a quick 3-0, I feel like it comes across real bad, you know?
They call me the king of realistic expectations.
Like,
Okay?
imagine we're just watching Superbad yesterday, losing 3-0 to Zeta, and their coach comes out just throwing water bottles, kicking the desk, you know, just absolutely
what the fuck
livid.
are you guys doing? Get your head in the game.
You're going to represent your country like this?
It sounds like the move. Sounds like the
That's
move.
I wasn't meaning that as a sale pitch, but you seem to be buying.
Oh, homosexual. Made it.
I accidentally
Nobody
turned my
misses
brightness up all the way on my
Agafats.
phone and flashbanged. My stream's so bright. What does that mean? Is it just for luminosity? Lights too bright?
Make checks, run laps after every map in Korea. I hope Chex is fit. Also, I will not be.
I mean,
doing
he
anything
is,
to do
but
with
he
those
isn't, you
scrims.
know?
I want nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? Like,
What, the scrims?
yeah, just like any competitive result from here on out. Like, you're on your own, kids. I really can't be bothered doing that again. That was 2 weeks in my break time that was limited throughout the year. I'm not doing that for my next break time too.
Unless you lose to Team GB, in which case I will be throwing
I mean, if
items
we're
at
in,
you.
okay, like if I might do it if we're in a group with Canada. To be honest, like if we're in a group with Canada,
Yeah, Cal was saying as well, you know, like if I was seeing Korea, I was like, yeah. I had told Cal, if we could just do the same groups as last time, Commonwealth,
we would love to see
little
you in
Commonwealth
Korea.
battle, you know, like
I mean,
let's give a
you know,
team back
hopefully
together.
Hopefully the illusory buckets are all just bullshit and they're just copy pasting the script from
Copy and paste.
2023.
But buckets aren't real, guys. It's just the same groups from before.
You ask Trav, like, Trav, can you show me the bucket from last year? He does like the cabby lame shrug, looks at last year's fucking fixtures and he's like, just took this format.
Just a series of buckets that say 2023 on them.
Oh god.
As instead.
Well, it can happen. He's playing the far into the Cap Bastion. We're seeing this never works.
It's
Unless,
such
of course,
a hard
you're
matchup.
And it's map 4 Finland.
Alright,
Did you
Tracer's
see,
now. Go on.
Did you see Kevster killed both of the Finnish supports with one rocket?
Doesn't sound like a Kevster thing to do.
That's crazy. Per up top, form timing comes out, going to just, you know, take as much free push as they can. O2 Blast. Superbad have to take a back step, but Homer run ball, no, Homer on ball, is going to actually push out into the open. No kills to be had here though. It's just a tank on card. He's trying to contest the Tracer. But early form from Sungan and a flashbang from Sorry onto the Cat Bass. Feels like everyone's just flailing around now. What is going on?
Sorry has sent a lot of warning shots towards that Kiriko as well, so Missing is considering himself very forewarned of this. Dumbbell's going to start swinging onto a ram, but Dumbbell is in big trouble. Form timing from Sungan now. Turns onto the cast, gives up turning onto the cast, just clears point instead. There's a cast behind, but don't need to worry about that. They've got the cap.
Homer on ball. Miss in. Disaster. Per up top. Oh, Homer on ball. A little mythic squeak for us. But a little bomb comes out and instantly forces a Suzu from Universe, so no rest for the wicked here. Mizukiri now for Superbad, trying to maybe chain the Cat Bastion or chain out Home Run Ball on the Diva, who is no longer playing. Form forced out of Sungan as he stands top and gets briefed.
Do the tanks feel squishier today to you? Just feels like the tanks are real squishy today.
The seconds are definitely going slower. Let me take my first sip of coffee. Hopefully it doesn't taste... Why is Home Run Ball and what are these guys doing on your fantasy roster? Just get them out. Get them out of here.
How would you get both of them?
These games?
Wushan has died. Sungan having a hard time crossing this bridge as well. Will be speared back in. General O2 Blast taking a bit of a peppering. They've got themselves to the staircase now, but Home Run Ball is setting up a pincer, considering a little push. But the rest of his team don't seem very interested in a pincer. Instead, they seem interested in running away and kiting and giving up all the space instead, which means
from her there. Just every doorway gets a scout.
Well, Home Run Ball is back.
There, spear top for Homer. Gonna not find anything. Catnap onto Sorry. Hang on. High noon that. He's in trouble. Pulse from Wusan. That's Pulse from Ascent, actually. Traded out. 4v4. Spear onto Missing.
Go on, Home Run.
Get him, homie. Oh, my days. Good for another one. Give us another one. Push deep. Kill Wuchen.
Get it. Oh, if he'd hit that spear. Nice cleanup, though. And you do have to maybe question a little bit what properties Sorry thinks the High Noon gives him. Maybe some kind of invulnerability to a catnap, for example. But that's not how it works. Instead, doesn't matter in the end. They will get a hold. Superbad can stabilize on this high ground. They got a Terror Surge for the next one too, which will be particularly treacherous for O2 Blast to try and cross against. And all of these spears, everything, just trying to slow him down on the cross. A Bastion above does cause a real problem for them to worry about. But Sorry is keeping this aggressive position, beaking them, denying that cap as O2 Blast try and find a way to take the high ground.
Trying to find a way to take the high ground at the moment. Homer run ball is going to spin, and Per has already gone down to Sorry. Sorry loves this right-hand space, constantly catching the Bastion unawares in the air. Blame Faith. Homer run ball goes inside now, uses his ultimate 5v3 because he just can't
feeling
possibly, can't possibly press E and get out of there.
There was no other option.
Happens.
Sanctuary available now for Superbad, so another ult to throw up across. Another High Noon, and hopefully Sorry knows what this one does. Going to be a Cat Bastion flying through top right early to try and help with this bridge cross. Again, though, OT Blast have been stuck here. They do have an Annihilation, but these aren't great ults for really clearing space. You need to get that ramp close to the enemy before you can drop that Annihilation. Purr's above right now. They come through. Sanctuary out. Annihilation there from Sungan, but he is getting boxed in right now. No spear to keep him in, though, so Sungan is able to stabilize. Pulse bomb onto that one. Spear is good. Keeps Sungan at arm's length. Now, sorry, using the High Noon as an invulnerability tool again. Will manage to survive this time at least, and it's stabilized, but Superbad still in control of the corner.
Still in control for now. Missing big trouble. Suses himself. Form is out. Get out of there. Sorry, if only had a High Noon to pop in the clutch. Absolute mincemeat being made of Superbad up on the high ground here in this final fight of the second point. Recontest is going to be dicey. Zen goes down very late to Wu Chan as well. That means that the Tracer and the Orisa are going to be late to the party. No fast heroes for Superbad. We're going to need some pretty insane touch coming through to make this work. First tap can come courtesy of Dumbbell. Kitsu out through main. Form in the air. Bombs have been picked actually for this final fight. Purr is pumping. Nobody can kill him. In the air, he is doing so much damage. Trade onto Sungan. Sungan is literally the squishiest Ramatra in the whole world. Get him, Faith.
1 HP, Faith?
On 1 HP. Hang on. Superbad have done it? No. It's all Wu Chan.
I think so. It's an Orisa on point, so it's Wu Chan and Faith, but Faith's super low and home run. But we can just stand here on the Orisa. Now we're heading into overtime. Looking for the denial on the touch. Home run ball. Won't be able to predict the cat. Blink in as Wu Chan gets the first one. He has the pulse bomb. OT Blast all on fast hero. Sungan over the wall. Gets a touch now. The cat Bastion are coming through though. Purr still with great ability to try and get some out of this. But Juno's in two. Purr's going to find one onto Univer. Home run ball has the Terror Surge. And Zed kills himself and missing with the pulse bomb. Terror Surge comes out. More just to live than anything else. Now Wu Chan looking for a little bit more. Purr's killed for Bastion. Hortify has been used. Needs to kill the Bastion on his timing. He can't get him though. And O2 Blast have gotten away with it.
Typical. Superbad. Gonna drop it in overtime. O2 Blast back to spawn. Cat Bass swaps. Are they gonna do the double DPS swap tech? No, they're just gonna play Cast Tracer. They are gonna do the double DPS swap tech. Wu Chan back in spawn on the Tracer, going over to the Bastion now. Mind controlling Superbad into the matchup. This is the next level of it, you know? Swap your Bastion and your hit scam player. Class.
They call this for GB swap.
Really? This is the GB swap?
We've been doing this for ages, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Wu Chan going to go early here now as well. Huge form time onto a Zen. See you later. Now he's got a big old angle onto the backline as well. Universe going to Suzu, but there is a Bastion quite literally on his head, which is going to cause him problems. But apparently not fatal ones, as Universe has now killed Wu Chan. They're going to hit a catnap trade here, but pretty messy here from O2 Blast. For trades from the backline will make a big difference. Sungan will eventually clean this one up. But yeah, trade's going to stop O2 Blast. They have to wait for 5 again.
Now, we do have to take it slow for a moment. But O2 Blast, they've been pretty good for it in the clutch. I'm really a big believer. Wait. Yeah, I'm a big believer in Wu Chan right now. The Wu Chan Bastion is something that, you know, many people have been saying is his pocket pick. Home run ball 70% on ult. Bombs come out early on. Huge damage into the open. Missing. Careful, son.
Oh, jeez.
He lives. Careful, Sungan. Nearly pre-fighted here. Starts touching. Hands up. Pisson's dead to sorry. Pushing deep now. Sungan. He's
Can he touch us?
A new life in this corner. Gongyu flies in for the touch. As Zen dies on his TP, no one can touch. Sungan. KD, though.
Nice KD save from Sungan. But they will be stopped right at the doors.
Good shit, Sungan.
Of third point. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
God, this is brutal. Interesting Orisa perks?
But Nova, you want to take the charged javelin, no? Do you not? Against the Cat Bastion? I think it's the play.
I'm reading a chat. I'm reading a chat.
I think it's good. I think it's good.
I'm not expressing thought.
You know what, Max? You can die on this hill if you want, but I think the spear perk is fine. Are people pro or anti-Cat Bastion? I'm pretty fine with it. Just another comp. Decent option here. No problem with it.
Hey, Luca. Almost a Monday.
Ooh, 12 and 1 for Faith. 5 and 7 for Missing. Honestly, should have just signed Purr and Faith. Should have doubled down our decisions from stage 1 and just signed Purr and Faith again.
If I kept Faith this stage, man.
I mean, that's part of the reason I didn't get Per. Like, I thought it was a pick, but I just... You know, in the back of my head, I was like, what if I just pick Per 2 stages in a row? He's just god-awful both stages, you know? Like, don't be that stupid.
It could be worse. You could have picked Pissin. Alright. You could have picked Pissin for 18 and then Shu for 21.5.
A knife for 22. Let's invest. Don't worry, Zay will get you some points next map.
You could take you could take the guy from T1 that's been playing Vendetta to win matches. Wealthy ass laugh. Alright. Quick strafing run. Sorry, playing underneath, waiting for the next timing. Pissin delivers a timing, picks the cast, Suzu forced. Now it's time for another step forward. It feels like Home Run Ball should start working his way towards the enemy backline here, but we are just 5 stacking super bad. Form timing comes in from
we're in the corner.
4 players locked in a corner. Do something, guys. Come on.
Just cowering in the corner, but they'll live to tell the tale. They'll TP out onto the high ground. Now they've got their own high ground position as they try and steal the payload away, but Home Run Ball is getting stalled out by Sungan on the other side. So now they've swapped sides of the map, but it's the same stalemate.
I wish. Happy 6-7 day. Alright, Per form up top, big damage onto the backline. Once again, the Cass strafing through the archway. Sorry, King of the Arch. Little roll climb over for Univer. Will actually escape the judgment of Per and Co. And O2 Blast still taking a slow fight here. Wu Chen in the back. The closer, ready to go. Oh, gorgeous pulse bomb there. Fuck. O2 Blast now. Wu Chen has no recall, in big trouble. Form timing into the back for Per. Bombs come out during the strafing run. On them!
Huge damage.
Wu Chen, oh my god, the closer is in, and he is cleaning up. O2 Blast, I mean, it's their stage.
Big damage from Per on that one. Sungan did lose mech though, but the baby is going to go down, which at least allows him to reset. They'll make Home Run Ball jump off the edge, which buys valuable time to get Sungan back and give themselves back to full strength. But super bad. Now this is their timing. They're going to have double support ult to push with. Missing can match one of them with a Kitsune Rush, but the Sanctuary over the top should be a big difference maker. Also got to bear in mind there's going to be maybe some TP High Noon shenanigans from Super Bad and Sorry as they just go for a really quick flip with this High Noon. Trying to catch someone out in the open. Kitsune Rush has come out. Sorry is holding it for forever. Tries to give the baby, can't give the baby. Sanctuary is out. Sorry also doesn't know how Sanctuary works, as we'll just get taken down by that bomb. Sungan with the pick during that trade. That was double support ult invested in all of this, and this is a disaster start. Somebody tell Sorry how the ultimates work.
That's okay. I'm sure Sorry's worked it out by now, right? Wu Chen picked the spawn doors by Sorry not to keep things, you know, slow. O2 Blast. Oh, just take it slow for a moment. Catnap comes through for Faith. Homer, what are we bombing? Did he get catnapped? I swear he bombed. Did he actually get stunned there? Am I like missing information with my eyeballs and my brain? Am I just not clocking it? Like I didn't even see him get stunned. I thought he just instantly pooped out the bomb.
Unsure. I feel like that's how the interaction felt in post, but I didn't actually see it. Early swing now from Per. TP comes through. They're all underneath. Per's going to try and pump damage. Universe getting shredded on that one. Mizuki in trouble. They're going to drop a Sim Wall as well. Dumbbell's in trouble. The Sim Wall trying to help them stabilize now. The payload moving away from them. Super bad with a bit of space, but a player down. They now TP onto the high ground. Blast into a Diva's face. Sungan and Missile will find one. They're trying to fry that Diva. They have fried that Diva, but it's all they've fried. They'll get the D-Mech, and they'll have to play for a reset again.
Fucking believable. Super bad. 15 seconds to break the first corner of Rialto, man. Come on. Show us what you got. Or just get full health. I'm actually so happy with a quick series here. I mean, we got time to burn today. Zent set up for the touch. Wu Chen already blocking that flank. Triple blink on, recall off. Will secure the touch. Overtime begins to burn. Full rotation underneath right now. Super bad. They need their next touch. Dumbbell, good for it on the skates. Sorry also went for it on the Cassidy. Goes flying in there. No kill off that. Wu Chen's actually quite low. Per is low in the sky as well, but Univer dead. Homer, get it done on the Diva. Dumbbell down. It's 3-for-1 trades. O2 Blast. Not looking like they will be dropping this first.
Homer bomb.
Homer with a bomb on point. Suzu's perfect. Wu Chen with one more. 2-0 lead for O2 Blast.
Yeah, that second map didn't feel quite as dogfighty as the first map.
Sorry, taking high noon perk and home run ball taking remake perk. It's rigged. The game's rigged.
Yeah.
The game's rigged. Is the slot machine sub only now? Oh, we massively improved the monetization strategy on the slot machine, Luke. I'll message you on Discord.
Had to check and make sure Sorry was actually Korean after that one. I don't know. Just fell completely out of their depth. I don't really know why they were playing it. The Mizuki feels like not really the pick into that. Are they having a little team photo? What's going on? They're the best team in history? Well, at least the best team in this series, I reckon. Ooh. You right to be in charge? I need a drink.
Yeah, I mean, let me judge. Stretch. You need to gamble, glove champ. You know what to do. Oh, I gotta get active, man. I need to do one of those, like, that shit that was all the rave in the 70s, you know? Like the exercise class on the TV, and you're like, you know, you're doing a little dancey in front of the telly. Like, the thing that pops into my head when I listen to Olivia Newton-John's Physical, you know what I mean? Not acid or quails. No, not like that. That was something that was big in the 70s, though, for sure. All of that. Damn! Not a bad run. The Nets. Good trio. You got triple sub badges. I would rock the headband look. You had like the headband look with like the wristbands and the short shorts and the tank top and the dancey dance in front of the telly for the instructor. Total crap. We're not adding Aisha and Mouth. Why can't I do the slot machine? You can, Nelson. Hey, Bryceable. It's not rigged, Aisha knows. Fucking little Pinocchio there. Fantastic. Just fantastic. Like that song Call on Me? Ooh. Gonna listen to like the Blondie song? Let's Call Me. Oh, I'm looking at the album art here. This looks like, yeah, I'm looking at the album art. Maybe there's a music video for this that's like appropriate for what I'm thinking of. So I hit GM after 10 years due to an SR rollback. Does this mean I'm him? What, like you got like the cheetah compo? Don't stream the video. Is it a bit sensual or something? Ah! Cheetah compo's so lame. Like getting your new peak from a cheetah rollback. Thumb down. On thumb. Okay. Centerlink payout for something that's supposed to be hype and feel good when you get it. Like, I can still remember the game when I got top 500 for the first time. 10 years later. Do you think Santa remembers the time that he booted up the game and got champ for the first time because he got a Centerlink check? Like, not comparable, is it? You and I both, sugar. You and I both. This is Korea, Psycat nod. Nice try though, King. Peace and love. I remember my Overwatch 1 peak game still. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like,
I'm back.
even when you get it honestly now, it doesn't feel good because of the inflation. Yeah, I mean, top 500 in like Overwatch 1 at the beginning was like significantly harder than what it was later down the line as well. Because like getting top 500, you know, it used to be like actually the top 500 players rather than the top 500 per role. So it was like, you know, 3 times as hard. You know, just like a third of the player base. I don't know if 3 times as hard is the right way to describe it. Probably not a multiple like that, but yeah.
That's you.
It's way harder at the start.
Oh, it's 21 and 1 for Faith.
What'd you say?
21 and 1 for Faith.
Faith.
Ah.
Yeah, Purse 25 and 4 if it makes you feel any better. With 15k damage.
We're always we're too ahead of a curve, you know? We could see the talent in Per and Faith.
Cal! Big Callum in the chat. Congratulations on your qualification to Busan, brother. Hopefully we wind up in the same group. Have I ever met you, Cal? I feel like I met you at last World Cup. Did I meet you anywhere else? I feel like I met you at the World Cup in 23.
Yeah, that was right after season 6, right? I remember because...
Are we serious?
Anytime we walked anywhere... Was it in Toronto?
Like, actually, are we serious? Sweden?
Anytime...
Oh, yeah.
Anytime we walked anywhere in Toronto...
He was actually extremely partial to the Zins in... Now it's coming back to me. He fucking loved that Swedish snooze.
Was this 24?
Yeah, it was 24.
24? It was a snoozy 24.
It was a very snoozy 24. What rank are you?
Hey, Bert.
Plat tea time with the boys 6-7.
My tank is in, Sentier. Rare believer.
Year of the upper decky.
Morning, Psycat Nod.
It'd be good to see you this though, mate. Hopefully we wind up in the same group again as well. Run that shit back. Can just call you tea time. Thanks, tea time with the boys 6-7. I think I want to listen to Pink Pantheress. Jack's already DM'd me? What did he DM you? He's too happy about it? What, seeing you qual or just that he made it? Who wants the big 3 to get drinks? Me, him, and Proper? Some sort of trio, mate. You do you. Nah, Cal, bro. Mag lost the weight. Haven't you seen? Mag lost like half of his body weight. He's fucking lost so much weight.
Crazy to say Dongak is the best tank in Korea? Yeah, I reckon so at the moment. I feel like Junbin is just on top of the world.
Got the results for it, for sure. Doesn't one of the teams have like Ed, and Eddie on it? 3 brothers? Nah,
That's
back
super
in
bad. That's super bad.
Wait, what?
Azen
Who are the brothers here?
Azen and Univer are twins, and Sentia is the younger brother.
Wait, which one's the younger brother?
Sentia. The tank.
No fucking way this team has 3 siblings on it.
For 3 brothers!
Hi, Peace. What do you mean literally how? Is this out of character for me to be listening to Pink Pantheress? Life on the Line. This is such a good album. 100% it's a Nepo. You might have short-term memory loss. It's in my playlist. I mean, I remember the twins, right? I remember the twins, but I didn't know that there was a third brother.
I feel like we did have this conversation yesterday. Not to...
Did I engage with that conversation yesterday?
I can't remember that level of detail, mate.
Like, did you tell my chat? Or did I interact with any of the words?
No, somebody
you said
in
about
my
there
chat
being
told
three
me,
brothers yesterday?
and then I'm pretty sure I said it out loud.
I did? Oh no.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh. Well,
might be meta. Do the twins even have to com? No, I imagine they're
good
very
run,
much
Brain.
like
We
the
had a good
twins.
run.
They're the twins that like the twins in Minority Report.
you watch the guy cry, please. Talking about Mag?
What are we talking about?
I don't know. That's the message. Can you watch the guy cry, please? They are talking about Mag, yeah.
Okay. Azent and Univer are twins, and Sentia is the younger brother. Not a twin, as the nature of being the younger brother is.
3 brothers in the server is so fucked up.
Three brothers.
Just
It's a
imagine
family
how hard it
operation.
must have been for this team to get relegated. But then the absolute chills when they got put in due to the default, you know?
Oh, the house must have been buzzing when it turned out they got auto-promoted after the merger. Mergers. Bringing families together.
Actually so happy with the merger, the super bad lads. Even though they're going to get 3-0'd every single game and they can't even beat Wu-Chan on Farah First Point of Hollywood. Just buzzing. Group down to the open, TP back, and super
Get
bad.
through.
They flipped the map. For what?
They've gone from one choke where they were taking 1 billion damage to now a little house where they're taking 1 billion damage. Now a chance for another TP flip out, maybe onto high ground this time, onto it. Gonna send a few people through that one, but Wu-Shan a step ahead, always on the opposite side, spamming it down, but little sim right click will force him to D-peak. Now they've got the high ground super bad, which is kind of where they started, but they've done a little rotation. They're walking in now. Sorry's going forward. Azent has died. Go for it. Cancel now onto the flux. Sungan, he's got the kill, but he's low. Full pocket coming through. Damage into the back. Kitsune rush over top from Univer for super bad, and they're going to run this one over. The brothers, they're doing it.
3 brothers pushing through First Point. Prolonging the series. Getting a nice kill on Wu-Chan. Very nice to see it. Pearson, no, not again. All right. Super bad now. A long way to go. I'm sorry for your loss, Nasco. Sentia and Soe, a childhood.
What's his
family
TP?
Good TP coming out from Azent. Korean.
We'll take the
Yubi
elevator.
that's also- Korean Yubi that's also a blood relative of Univer and Sentia is what I've been hearing them call him. All right.
Their team house is just their house.
Aww. They invite bloody Azent, or they invite Sorry and Soe. Are those
Mum,
the two?
Dad, can we have a sleepover? We've got a match every weekend.
God. No patter. No patter. I'm dry.
You know, you alright, mate? TV on the high ground here. Sorry, swapped over onto this one. Firing back. Opposite high grounds for now. No control of the payload during this, though, for super bad, so OT Blast aren't in a rush to respond to this. Just going to play it slow and steady as both sides poke each other. TP will be available soon per. Paranoid TP might be coming, but TP was underneath to force the objective.
Ooh, underneath playing slow for now. Soe has the Sanctuary. Throws it down, actually, just using the Sanct for more meters. What I don't like about this is that they've used it behind the cart rather than in front, so you can push all of about 2 meters for free. Now they're out in the open, rotating underneath again, waiting for brother Yubi to get a TP, barraging the TP exit. Wu-Chan down, but Soe and Sorry both dead. Rock David onto Sungan. Chain now to follow up, and Superbad crumbling post-TP.
The barrage did get shut down immediately, but there was still too much damage there, so the follow-up from O2 Blast is relatively straightforward. And that's super bad. Investing a decent amount for that one. And while they've got the cart quite far, it's already rolling backwards, and they've still got to do this difficult cross through this high ground. O2 Blast will have a clock to pull on this one on the way past. Super bad with a few choices out of this TP. Do they just try and get underneath again, play from the objective, or do they try and find a way to the opposite high ground? They do have ults to fight with if they want super bad. Kitsune Rush, Flux, all pretty reasonable at this, but all got to start with a TP.
TP time for Azent, going underneath down towards the payload once again. Nobody being caught out by this one, just more meters to push, I suppose. Chain onto Sentier, taken low, but not going to die for it. Clock comes out now from Per. What did he see? Well, maybe he'll find a backline and taking a quick look at him, but it does feel like this is not ideal. Sogan getting good poke, and well, maybe it works.
It just works out.
Everyone inside, and Sogan's going to push in on the flank, make it happen. Lots of spam for O2 Blast. I suppose they can just surround the brothers and poke them out. A war of attrition will be won.
Couple of times now they've used an early DPS and they've just pinned Superbad into a room, but O2 Blast, they keep the pressure on, they keep the damage coming through, and eventually Superbad, they just kind of crumble. And these fights are taking so long that now WuXian actually has another barrage for this next cross as well, so it's not going to get any easier for Superbad. Has to start with a TP again, as then last time he went underneath. Looks like he might be lining up for a similar one here, but they have to cross for now, though. Sori's actually having a few problems. Azent's going to double back to right-hand side. Absolutely walking through the trenches to try and find an opening here, and So's going to die before anything really happens. Now WuXian drops in, looking for a late kill, but Superbad, they just can't get anything going on their second point.
Oh, WuXian! Down in spawn. Going for it. Get him pissing! Now a push forward for Sentier as well, and O2 Blast continue to hold on here. Only a minute 20 left on the clock now. So many ultimates for Superbad. Come on, son. Get him pissing.
They're going to have another Sanctuary.
Wait, did Jaehong play in promo relegation, or did he just tap out at some stage?
Like Ryu Jaehong?
Cold Ocean. Yeah, Ryu Jaehong.
I don't
like
think
the Cold Ocean. The Cold Ocean gimmick was great.
Oh,
so
God damn it.
In the open. Come on.
What is this symbol?
All of that time.
What's this symbol?
Cutting through
Look
nothing.
Ah, dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's a symbol to get themselves underneath and lose a player, which isn't great. They're going to take the elevator high. If I catch missing, actually, maybe it'll work out. Yep, a high noon for no particular reason. They've now at least got control of a high ground and control of a robot. This is as good an opening as Superbad have had all of second point. There's only 30 seconds left, and there's 5 ults for O2 Blast, so far from out of the woods yet.
Oh, rotate back up top. TP taken. What are we doing, Univer? Flux is out now. Everyone's going to die in the sky, man. Oh, the rock goes wide. Per is clocking it, but WuXian has taken Soe.
There's just so many ults.
Superbad. Well, Soe's banking his Sanctuary for next match.
Univer with a trade. Now all they need to do is get an improbable touch, get the Sanctuary, counter out base Sanctuary. Here's the Sanctuary. Not actually in the Sanctuary either. That's a hold on second.
Brutal.
Yeah. First time, good effort. Thanks, Steel Shield. The real PK certified message. Good effort. Good effort, Superbad.
Good try, everyone. Gotta commend the effort. We all see it. We all recognize it. Soe legit had 20 seconds before he died, bro. I'd like to see you try. I'm not consumer.
Yeah, chat. Why don't you enter OWCS Korea and beat O2 Blast, huh?
Look, O2 Blast ain't what it used to be. Give me a shot. Cal, you got your shot.
Give me a shot. You know what? I believe it. Let's get Canada in OWCS Korea.
What is an O2 Blast? It's a storied organization that has fallen from grace.
It's actually fallen
I swear we
so
do better
far
than
from
Ed,
grace.
and Eddie. I mean, yeah, this Superbad roster is like losing to Team Australia and shit, so I think you're right. You would do better than Ed, and Eddie. Like, this Superbad team is worse than Team Australia.
Yeah, no one campaigning to get
Superbad.
No one campaigning to get Team Australia and OWCS Korea.
Oh my god, that would be good, wouldn't it? It's a couple of white boys showing up at the stadium every week. I'm sorry.
Punk's still in his work suit. Just
Punk's not showing up, mate.
Story's got an opening pick. A chance for Superbad. O2 Blast will be forced immediately back. Little chain onto Sunghan. Per's going to get knocked around as well. Alright. All good so far for Superbad. Just 3.5 minutes left.
O2 boss system with the tennis in between each word. Grow up. Super bad. Poke heavy comp here, but Per is going to go for a strafing run on the backline, and keep your eyes on a Zent or Sorry, because one of them is in for a world of pain. Sorry snatched that mini health back early, so not much of an angle here. Just Per riding the back of that Sigma, going to pop the form again. Hard to touch the point here. Into the backline now. Per gets deposited. Faith is on the advance. The Bass is there too. We're playing Bastion like Tracer. Just works though. And O2 Blast, 2 picks here. The Three Stooges, the last 3 left standing, I believe. Maybe is Azent one of the brothers? Which of the
Azent, Univer, and Sensia are my brothers.
Yeah, okay. Azent, Sensia, Univer. They need to have them all, like 3 of them together in the UI, so I don't get them confused.
Yeah, I'll let Lynn know. She is out of office, but she's probably got time to get the brothers together on the UI.
Shocking. Torture. O2 boss system. All right. We've got to have like a green line linking them together. Yeah, I might just draw on the screen with epic.
Can we just get a family tree going, please, on his UI?
Twins, younger brother, all equally devoid of talent.
Bad genes.
KDs. We could do that in fantasy, maybe. If you have one of the players, you have all of the players.
Yeah, if they come as a set, it's a bundle.
Yeah. I have none of them.
Alright. Sorry, trying to come through the inside route here with So. Trying to taxi their way through. Find their angle of approach. Very inside-y Cat Bastion right now. Trying to get out of these back rooms. Find a chance to contest for high ground, but Wushan on the cast now. Dominating this high ground position.
Oh, Rock comes out. Sentia, not long
brother.
for this world. Help me, brother. Now a push out. No, brother. Down goes the Sent. Univer, you have to carry the flames. Oh.
For Bloodline
Brothers
ends
are
here.
done. Yeah, 3-0. O2 Blast packed. Shocking.
Another day in OWCS Korea.
I just got off the phone with Tim Pool. I'm told Univer is stable.
My permit and gambit paid off. Meanwhile, Knife has given me a grand total of 3 points. Many such cases.
I'm planning on drinking heavily tonight. Is there any chance a single game goes past 3-0? Ooh.
Once we get to the World Cup, there sure is.
Yeah, World Cup. Fluffy Tuna, I'm in the hospital. Can I get a sympathy, cheeky monkey? What happened to you, Fluffy Tuna? Cheeky monkey.
Too cheeky?
You got too cheeky? No way. Cheekiness overload? No way. Throwing up blood gaga? Oh, that's very cheeky, monkey.
I'm afraid it's a terminal amount of cheekiness.
See you, Nasco.
Oh, you want to see Coleman? Hold on. No, tell me if you want it. Hold on. Oh.
The Venice curse worked.
I'm going big for it, Coleman.
Zans.
So there's two jerseys, Coleman, and there's 2 hoodies. These are the jerseys. I don't know if you want one of these to work out with. Does have my name on the back, so it depends if you want to impersonate me at all. And then we got
yesterday.
Same one in yellow. Oh, hold on. Let me deafen so Max doesn't have to deal with my fashion show. Oh, he's done it already. Too much hair to impersonate me? You're not Toby, eh? And then there's these ones as well. These are hoodies. Very much same style. Similar material as well. They're quite thin. But again, it's got my name on the back. And then there's one in black as well. So, you're more than welcome to them if you want. I'm not, like, the jerseys for me, I'll only wear one during the stream for, like, games or something, maybe. The hoodies, I want one, but I'm not that bothered. But I don't know if having my name on the back. You got one each, keep them, you sure? Up to you, Coleman. Yeah. I mean, I thought originally I was just going to get, like... They didn't really tell me. They just sort of sent it and I got an email. But I thought the jerseys, because especially the jerseys, I never wear. Outside of, like, you know, a couple of hours while the game is on. But I didn't realise how we were going to have my name on. No, you're all good. Thought it was worth the offer.
2016 OWCS 코리아 스테이지 2 안녕하세요. 이시윤입니다. 오늘 개막주 마지막 날 경기로 인사드리는데요. 오늘의 첫 번째 경기는 오투블라스트가 가져갑니다. 승리 축하드립니다.
Thanks, Coleman. Jersey with your name on it? Yeah. I mean, the hoodies are quite thin, which is probably good for rising temperature. Maybe actually good for right now, where it's kind of rainy, but it's still warm. Thanks, Megamoy. You're gonna use it to sneak into the esports World Cup that me and Andrew are going to? Yeah, exactly. Why you put Albert in the shark? Is it comfortable to put the headphones wire behind your back? Yeah, I've just got used to it. It's a thing our old... Back when I did the TF2 broadcasts. Thanks, Juby. Thanks, Mrs. Ramatra. It's our old TF2 producer always used to tell us when we would go on broadcast. I was like, you know, always, why behind, why behind? So I just do it by habit now. I think it looks better. It looks better than this. But comfort-wise, it doesn't really feel any different. If anything, because I'm used to it behind the back, this now feels weirder. This now feels like something is in the way. Miss anything good? No, not at all. Not at all. Nobody knows about those things, Psycat Nod. Not even me. Is your wife ever jealous of Hunter? No. 팬분들에게 처음 인사를 드리는 페루 선수 그리고 승한 선수일 텐데요. 팬분들에게 한마디씩 해볼게요. Alright, we're not actually... Alright, if the schedule is still true, I'm still so skeptical of it, but if it's true, we're not actually that far off of the World Cup and everything starting.
인터뷰를 할 때 말고는 약간 POTM 자리에서는 처음 와보게 됐는데 항상 응원해주신 팬분들 정말 감사하고 현장에서 와주신 분들도 정말 감사합니다. 네, 좋습니다. 입가에 미소가 지어지는 두 선수의 인터뷰가 아닐까 싶네요. 자, 이제는 인터뷰를 마무리하고 다음 경기로 넘어가 볼 텐데요. 제타 디비전과 치즈
What are you getting? What are you getting? Should she be? Now you're asking the right question. No. What are you answer for your co-stream anniversary? What one are we on? Do you think we're on paper or cotton? Are we on cotton by now? I want the Three Brothers interview. Yeah, they've got to win a game for that, though, which is tough. Real tough. You reckon they beat Pokerface? Did they play Pokerface directly in the Open Qualifier? I know they finished below Pokerface in the Open Qualifier, but I don't know if they played him directly. I think they might have done. I think they might have lost. What a giant flux this is, by the way. If he'd hit the cancel too. You reckon they can win Pokerface as well? They got 3-0'd. Yeah. Oh, some winning comms. Did they cut for comms there, or did they just stop talking at the end? Which one was it? They're more sentient than the New Era team. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, this is like... Did anyone else read that PK thing for like tier 2 posts? We don't have to talk about all about it, but I remember when one of the points he makes is about like the career system and everything like that, and I'm like, I don't know if the career system is the example of a perfect system either. All these games, all this slop, is this what we're aiming for? I'm not convinced, you know? I'm not convinced. I'm having a read through it now. Yeah, I don't know. Like, some of the stuff all sits in the sort of fair enough category of... should have a broadcast. That'd be nice. Like a broadcast for promotion relegation. That all seems pretty reasonable. The scheduling being rubbish is true. But, But, you know, I don't know if people maybe remember from Uncoachable, it was pretty deep onto the land and Uncoachable, but we talked a bit about we talked about it mainly from anyone's legend and say the Pep's POV in terms of a roster lock and stuff, and how it was a rubbish schedule for the OWCS teams, and because it was such a big break, and it was a rubbish schedule for Face It teams because there was no break. You played like 8 official days in a row. So it just feels like the schedule was wrong. So all of those things seem fair. The open qualifier one, I'm a bit more on the fence about, right? Like, the reason they do the open qualifier in Korea is just because it's the cheapest. It is, I imagine it's the cheapest one for the number of teams and everything involved. Yeah, same Bunny Z. I need to hit a triple sub, I reckon. But the thing you have to factor in, right? What you have to be really careful of when you make all of these changes, or suggest all these changes, is it has to work within Faceit business model, right? Because what's the primary way Faceit make money off Overwatch? It's by people signing up, maybe being using the Uncoachable referral link, fce.gg/uncoachable for discount, but it's through memberships, right? So if you play a Faceit League season, you buy a Faceit membership, right? And how many months is it roughly? 2 months, 3 months? For a normal season of Faceit, Masters, Expert or something. So 3 months. So if you sign up to play, you pay for a membership for 3 months, as do all of your teammates. Minimum 3 months, right? And that kind of makes sense with a business model if your primary part of your income is selling memberships. If you create an open qualifier type system, then why would anyone sign up to Faceit when they can just don't pay the membership and then just turn up to the open qualifier and play? Or they just pay for 1 month instead of 3? So I feel like a lot of a document, well, I think the sentiment is, fine, good, etc., etc. I feel like it doesn't really address some of the problems. It feels very, and I feel bad throwing bacon in with this, but was anyone here when we talked about the Nog friend stuff the other day? It just feels like kind of the same thing, where it's a narrow view of everything. It's a narrow view of everything where they just want the things to be better for themselves and aren't looking at the big picture. And that doesn't mean the opinions or some of the suggestions are invalid or anything like that, but I really don't think it's the whole case. And there's a big bit for me where everyone talks about this, and everyone always gets a little bit sentimental about tier 2. I don't think this is a bad thing. You want people to be passionate, you want people to care, etc., etc. But what's the way to phrase this? Like when Nogfriend was having a go about us not covering Faceit Masters, it was a bit like, there's a much bigger picture here, right? Like, the tier 2 can be improved. I'm sure everyone will agree on that. I'm sure Faceit will agree on that as well, right? But there's problems at the tier 1 level. And if there's no tier 1, there's no tier 2. There's a little, I guess, a prioritization thing here about where the attention and where, maybe more importantly, the money should be spent as well. And when you suggest things like, let's just have an open qualifier, let's have a broadcast, let's have all of these things, right? The money's got to come from somewhere. And Face It seems to invest a lot of money relative to the size, honestly. Like, the prize pools always feel pretty generous, I think, for all the Face It ones. Like, what was it? What was it for? Was it like $7.5 grand for first place in Masters? Maybe like $1 grand for Open, and then a little bit in between all of that. So is there a better way to spend that money? You know, how many people who sign up for Open or Expert are signing up for the prize money? I don't know if we have any people who play Open, Expert, or Advanced, any of those ones. But how many people are really signing up for, like, you know, money on the mind, I want to win the prize type thing? And how much of it is just like, oh, that's nice. Because a lot of the time, the money involved on those smaller ones as well is you might win like $1 grand or $2 grand or 1,500 or something, which is nice, but also doesn't go a mile between 5, 6, 7 players, coaches, whatever. So is it money that ultimately doesn't make a huge amount of difference? That could be repurposed potentially for more of a broadcast or anything like that. You know, like I made a, I guess, a fairly similar, or had a fairly similar one with some of the, like, the fantasy prize pool, and it was basically the game was, or the debate was, is it better? Should I keep, you know, should the prize pool keep, you know, being as big as I can make it or whatever, or is it better just to do a smaller prize pool so it's a bit of a prize, but use the other money elsewhere on OWTV, right? And I think it kind of, you know, you think about it for a little bit. And when it was nice to have, like, the bigger prizes, maybe especially when we first launched it, to, like, garner attention. Ultimately, I think most people play fantasy just to play, right? But the prizes are never going to be a life-changing amount of money, right? It's just going to be, most people are playing for fun. So therefore, if there's a little prize at the end, that's nice, but it doesn't need to be anything crazy. Yeah, like, nice to have, and it feels nice, something to play for, something to reward people. It sort of works as a good way, you know, when the league starts, advertise the league. Good way to sort of advertise the league at the end of it as well. Peace and love, Psycat Nod. Like the prizes in FPL, yeah. You just want the superiority, right? Yeah. Are you more interested in fantasy and winning the whole thing and winning like $100, or just beating your friends? What would you rather do? You win some money, but your friends still finish above you, or you just beat your friends? So I can see a real argument for Face It that there's a way to redistribute a lot of this money. I don't think making the idea of putting more teams back in OWCS, like, you know, because he uses Korea as an example, right, of the fact that all of these teams get to play against these teams in matches, blah 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 blah. But it feels like if you actually watch the matches, if you actually experience Korea day in, day out, most of what we see is just bullshit of Zeta. We're about to see Zeta doesn't play Cheeseburger, right? We're just going to see some bullshit when there's like an Anna being flown around the map, you know? Like, you can't tell me last season when we saw Shu getting flown around into the enemy backline, what a great learning and growing experience for the young Korean players, right? And I think, again, perspective, you want tier 2 to be good, but you want tier 1. Tier 1 is the priority, is the most important thing, because if there is no tier 1, there's no point having a tier 2, right? This is very enriching. You wouldn't get it. So I think you want the tier 1 to be the best spectacle. Because right now, what's happening in Overwatch tier 1 is there's a load of eyes on the esport. Because some of the patches have gotten fairly big traction, like, you know, they released 5 new heroes and all of this. They've got the drop campaigns, which bring in loads of viewers. And while a lot of viewers will be watching the drops, because they want free items and they won't really be watching, they won't really be engaging. X percentage of those people will actually just watch for a bit. Some of them will get in for it the same way any sort of stream or product grows, right? You do some sort of marketing campaign to get people through the door, and then you hope once you get them through the door that there is enough quality or the show is good enough or there's something that they like, right? So then the question isn't about like all of that. Like, how many of these, let me rephrase this, how many of those viewers that we're getting through the door are being converted to the product? I don't know the answer to that question. Yeah, same as any marketing, right? Like, you might see, everyone might see an advert for the Rolex. You don't need to everyone who sees the advert to buy the Rolex, but you just need a few people to buy, and maybe they'll become like fans for life or fans for a long time, etc., etc. So how many of those fans are really getting converted? Is the product that we're offering good enough? And I feel like when you watch, like, look at that game we just watched, right? If you were going to try and get a friend into Overwatch or show someone like Overwatch esports for the first time, you wouldn't show him this game, would you? You wouldn't show him O2 Blast versus Superbad. You can't force all the games to be good and all the games to be close. But you wouldn't show him this, you know? You want games to be competitive. I showed him the Lenny PGE video, rather than, yeah, like, so I feel like when you introduce these slop games, I don't know if you really get people that interested from it. And again, there's I don't have any fucking metrics for any of this, right? So it's all just sort of a bit vibe and feel. But I don't think, to get people interested, you need a close game, right? What happens to, say, my view count? So I'll try and give you, I guess, anecdotal evidence. But what happens to my view count is my view count goes up when there are big name teams playing, right? First and foremost, the bigger the name of the teams, the more viewers I will have. But also, what you can see is if a series starts to get close or exciting, either in the form of an upset happening or we're going to a 5-map banger, the view count goes up. And while Twitch is quite often drop motivated as well, so some of this can always be explained by this or that, YouTube never is, right? Because if you're watching on YouTube, shout out to all my YouTube viewers, you have no reason to watch other than you want to watch. And the YouTube view count always spikes when the games are closer or when something's on. And that'll be from word of mouth or people tweeting about it, like, oh my god, this is happening, this is happening. Close games, exciting games make the product compelling. If you follow football or soccer, if you're American, YouTube quality of life clears. Thanks, Sunless Fiber. Appreciate all the YouTube viewers. Everyone just quietly watching, enjoying the show. But where was I? So you need close games. If you watch football, the Premier League or soccer, you know, if you're American, one of the big complaints this season has been that the games are less enjoyable to watch. They've all sort of slowed down quite a bit. There was the same complaint when everyone was playing a really high possession game when Pep sort of was having so much success with us at Man City. And there's always this talk about, is it? We've been observed. He knows we exist. I always have you in the corner of my eye, YouTube chat. But we're all watching Wolves. So there's just this element of the drops are an outrageously good tool at getting eyes on the game. But once we have the eyes on the game, is what we're selling good enough for people to stay? In terms of quality of games, or in terms of the show itself, or everything like that. And I think that's the bit right now where we fall down. Do you have a Scottish Team CX? Not really, no. No sort of strong allegiance to any of them. I guess I have like a lot of a tangential soft spot for Aberdeen because it's where Sir Alex Ferguson came from, but that's really tangential, it feels like. I support Man United. I've been watching Overwatch since Overwatch Season 1. I think it'd be better to see their favourite country players in OWCS, even if they don't do as well. I mean, you want a bit of best of both. Like, one thing, if anyone watches Valorant, and I don't know if this is still true now, but when I used to watch a bit more of Valorant, it's what they seem to be able to do that no other esport has really done is every region was good, right? Like, Pacific had teams that could win, Korea had teams that could win, EMEA had teams that can win. NA had teams, South America had teams that can win, right? Like, it felt like the regional parity in Valorant was as good as we've seen it in any game. I don't know, I'm only a casual fan, but that's very much the impression I got from the outside. Rainbow Six is pretty similar to that. Hold on, let me just upload this VOD before I forget. Super competitive? Yeah. So I don't know. I think ultimately you have to give people good games, stuff that's worth watching. You have to give them good storylines, stuff that's worth watching. Like when again, like I'm a casual Valorant fan, but when I tune into a Valorant fan, the show's fun. I have a good time. I normally end up watching the NA one, so it's like Sideshow and Bren and Golden Boy, right? So it's a real tried and tested, some of the best in the industry type thing. But the show's fun. They have a studio. They have all of this, etc., etc. But that's the bit that I think doesn't work. If it me and Hunter, I don't think we'd solve the problem either. I think ultimately it all comes... it's always going to come back to money as well, and we'll be in the same boat of, we have all these extra viewers, but where are the extra sponsors? Just Cargo, holding the weight of the world on his shoulders. Went all in on cheeseburger. Good luck. Good luck and Godspeed. So, there's probably a longer conversation and a billion details to go into as well. But, as much as I think there's stuff you can do to improve Tier 2, and not all of the suggestions on Painkillers thing, like, I think some of them will just work, and some of them, in theory, are relatively easy fixes, or just redistribution of existing money can fix. I think there's also much bigger, wider problems at play as well. And it's just a little bit narrowed on Tier 2, and I just want this for me and my friends and the teams they play in a little bit. It's kind of how it comes across. It's how the Nog Friend stuff came across, and it's how Nat came across as well. Of, you know. All right, should we read the slob? Back from Japan, stuck in Mizuki's swamp. Zeta must find their way again. What's Mizuki's swamp?
You winning?
I'm just trying to figure out what Mizuki's swamp is.
Swamp? That's the thing
Yeah.
that Trump drained, isn't it?
Like Shrek swamp? It could be. I don't know. But Zeta are stuck in Mizuki's swamp, from what I'm being told.
Right. Morning, Luke. Morning, Shrub.
I don't want to be in the swamp. Let me in the Mizuki swamp. All right.
Let me in, let me in.
People want into the swamp.
Guten Morgen, Hunter. Guten Morgen, Sejum.
You're not wrong, Mrs. Ramacha, but what can you do, huh? Fuck.
You reckon it's a cheeseburger sweep?
Yeah, I mean, Zeta are on course for an 0-21, right? And look at this. What have they got? Have they got beer mats? Place mats?
Farmer's so fucking small, dude.
Yeah, he's...
Like, it's got like something wrong with his pituitary gland or something. Guy's just not growing. Like, why is he so small?
He spends all his time growing food for everyone else, but he doesn't have enough for himself.
Ugh.
The perils of modern farming.
Ain't easy being a farmer. I thought farmer was a chud? No, definitely not.
The ultimate fast food. A cheeseburger in 3 minutes. Is cheeseburger open for business again today?
What? Fucking WDG slop.
I don't know. The problem is now, I don't think I'd like it if it made too much sense, you know?
I'm desensitized to their bullshit at this point.
I don't know. I get upset when it's too on the nose and it's just like a sentence.
You know
If
what?
it's a
Hell
completely
yeah.
functional sentence, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't want them to actually create a cohesive sentence. I just want total fucking nonsense. The knife versus minute, proper versus Argon matchup. Everyone is hungry for these. You liked it? Good. Whatever you say. What's up, Cappy Teasby?
Right. Is this where Gafrium gets these 500 points, I believe, right?
500 points for Guthrie. All coming at you live.
Morning, Giflar. You're currently heading to a wedding? It's my 1-year wedding anniversary. What a coincidence.
Today?
Yeah, today, mate. It was exactly a year ago today.
You did mention reading cards, but, you know, how was
Reading
I to
cards,
deduce,
exchanging
you know?
presents. Yeah. It's the paper anniversary for year 1.
Paper anniversary?
Yeah. There's like themes for each one, for each year, or it jumps up to 5-year intervals after like the first 10, I think. And the first one is paper. So we've got paper-based gifts. What paper gift did you give? I gave her... Well, she's not got it yet because she's still in London, coming back from this gig. But it's, you know those little... They're called like paper roses or stuff they'll make out of like books. So I've got her a few paper roses from some of her favourite books that she can use to decorate her bookshelf. So hopefully she likes that. And hopefully she's not watching right now and it's been spoiled. But I don't think she is. I think she's driving.
Good job fucking up the gift, man. I had to tell you stream, didn't you?
What's she's not watching.
She's watching.
Now she's going to watch the VOD. Yeah, my wife frequently tunes into my 18-hour VODs to catch up on what I've been doing.
TP out for Zeta Division.
It's
Cat Bass. No Cat Bass. Mizukiri with a bass.
That's
on the
a
ground.
Farah.
No cat. That's banned. Proper. Show us what you got, son.
Alright, high ground here, as the rest of Zeta Division will come out. Going to dodge the initial rock Gafrium as he takes for high ground for himself. Bernard's going to come and try and respond. He's responded pretty well, actually, because Gafrium's taken a load of damage and dropped off for high ground. Now, Proper, keeping this angle on the other side. Minute is trying to peek back. But it's Zeta who have for high ground. Cheeseburger will try and play for a point force from underneath instead.
Minute snare up in the high ground makes it hard to peek through the window. Guthrium. Oh my god, look at the damage this guy's doing. It's like, you know, 70% of what Burn is up to. Knife's going to get a pick onto Minute, though. That's my fantasy player right there, ready to deliver. Shoe on the Mizuki, 30%. He's getting hard gap by 10 on old charge, but it must be the healing.
It's just because they're not taking any damage, right? Right? Proper's going to drop down and kill Gafrium on point as the flip goes through, and it will be straightforward cleanup from there for Zeta Division, who also have a pretty big flux advantage for this next fight. Maybe even an artillery strike from Knife to combo in with that one. Cheeseburger now back into Widow, back into Spawn, a little peek on Widow, see if he can find anything. Nothing doing, and now he's onto the cast, so he has a bit more constant pressure and better duel ability with Nisfara.
That sounds nice, Bunny Z Love. That sounds nice. Alright, push forward now for Zeta. They do have ults if they want to get aggressive, but Cheeseburger, I mean, really, they are the ones that have to take all of the risk right now, peeking through main. Bocket coming out from Wu Chan, trying to save anybody that steps forward on side. TP indoors, and then over to the point. Wu Chan playing main. He's a bit split from his team right now. Doesn't have TP, but he's going to walk the long way around. Zeta, they're going to start popping bombs, start making things difficult indoors. Nobody dead for it, but that is going to be Suzu and Sanctuary both forced. Bernie's in big trouble. Shu doesn't have the Sanctuary yet. Violet dead to Wu Chan, and it's a Cheeseburger sweep, ladies and gentlemen.
I just didn't have the ults to layer into that one in the end. She's short on the Sanctuary charge, and Cheeseburger will convert that advantage. They have to play the next fight with a disadvantage in that Sanctuary, but the Flux is a great ult to counter out the Sanctuary. You can lift them up out of all of that protection. Likewise, you have a Sim Wall to keep fighting. The Sim Wall will last longer than the Sanctuary. It's really important in that trade as well. They just need to keep eyes on this barrage throughout all of it. With no direct counter for the barrage, Cheeseburger just have to use their wits and awareness to keep eyes on Proper.
Oh god, they're relying on their wits and awareness. It's doomed. Barrage comes out. Great Sanctuary though. Proper's dead. Guthrium, 1 HP in a dream. That's my million-point player. Drops down to the low ground now on the chase. Shu, another high-scoring player. Gonna tip the hat. Gets the kill onto Minute. Pushing forward now. Gotta be careful getting too close to the Sim. Massive flux from Bernie. 10 Suzu'd out of it. Rock goes wide for Bernie as well. Form inside. Shu's found a second kill. Knife with a third. Oh, my fantasy's coming up Millhouse, man. If only Guthrium got out and played his life, we'd be golden.
If only the Sigma found a way to wriggle free and get back to spawn unscathed in that situation.
A famously good hero at getting out unscathed.
Old Wrigley Sigma. Always saving that KD. Now I have to play retake here. It was a good start for Cheeseburger after they dealt with that barrage, but it's not actually translated into a fight win. Now they're going to have to play retake with TPs and a high noon. Support ults coming up right around the corner. And again, while Violet is equal and even ahead,
Oh, sure.
Shu is behind, but they've killed Minute on the way in, so that might just save the day here. Susie going to try and keep him safe, but so much damage from Knife, and before these ults and everything even comes online, it's just going to be over for Cheeseburger. It's only 10% left. This touch is going to be real hard, and Shu's already pushing forward to get Guthrium one more time.
Pushing all the way. Shu absolutely locked in. This guy looks so fucking serious right now. Did you?
He's having to try real hard, you know?
Oh my
It's a new
god.
hero.
He is so dialed on this new hero bullshit. Like, fucking hell. He wants it bad. I'm a hit live. That's fucked. I've never seen him take a match versus Cheeseburger so seriously.
Gotta learn Mizuki, mate. Everyone's gotta start somewhere.
Shu is the serious sloth, yeah. We clearly hadn't learned it in the first match, but this match here, this is the learning experience. You wanted that cookie? Potentially. Alright. Keep you forward now. More of the same. Mizukiri Bastion for Zeta. No Bass for Cheeseburger. The May pick on a big open map feels hard to execute. Feels like you're probably not going to get god tier walls on Bernard that are going to instantly win you the game. But hey, who am I to stop Cheeseburger from trying? Shu's going to throw his Ankh down on the ground, push forward for a little poking turn. Doesn't get much for it, but sky's the limit. They're playing slow. Unlock begins. Body's on the point as Knife is going to pop the form, and my fantasy player Guthrium has disappeared.
Blink and you miss him, and that's going to be Cheeseburger low on HP, pinned in, nice and easy. And it wasn't a whole lot of shooting back really from Argon. Didn't feel like when there was any great wall attempts, as Cheeseburger will completely reset. Feel like the Sim would be more useful here to try and TP out, take some of this high ground away part way through the fight, get Minute into more powerful positions. But they're going to stick for May on this one, really determined to try and win a little bit more front to back. They're not sticking for May, they're over onto the Echo. So now just going for more of a straight up mirror, hoping that Argon actually just has nicer matchups. Better duel into the Farah, and obviously easy to hit the stickies on big old wide Knife.
Big old wide Knife, as his friends call him. Some of his foes. Argon ready to set
Lots
up
of his
for
foes.
Yes, a lot of his foes call him wide Knife. Fat phobia is a big problem in Korea. Garoom pushing forward now, poking onto the shield. It is scary stuff for Cheeseburger as they are just constantly under pressure. A little push forward through the shield for Burner here, and getting absolutely obliterated in the neutral here. Rock down to the ground. That's right, did you even lift lead? That's the one.
Stepping onto the point now, Bernard, keeping it contested as Cheeseburger have swapped to the other side. Ult's about to come online for Zeta Division. Barrage close in the sky as Violet has that full pocket. TP on, continue rush forward. Shu dies on the way in. Rock onto Guthrium though. Proper is above. Barrage in hand as well. Eyes on the back line. Tries to line up. Lands onto Minute. They've lost Guthrium in the front. Continue rush back from Wuchan now, but without their tank, they're in trouble. 10-10 finds for Chain. Argon dives in for a kill. Knife deals with that one. Bernard walking forward. Goes for the Flux as well. Hindered, but the Flux still goes off.
Move,
Sanctuary to keep
Knife.
it pushing. push going. Minute now, Hyman comes around. Knife in big trouble. The shield is perfect from Burner. Knife is still alive. Burner's doing it all. Minute's trying to take the fight, but Burner, big flux, perfect peel. And Zeta never give up a point.
Insane pocket there.
What shield?
Suzu from Violet, shield from Burner, just doing it all. Top tier plays. Now we're pushing into spawn, and the touch is dicey at best. Argon, has he even touched? He does get the tap in the end. We'll go down to Shu, fantasy player number 1. Zeta Division. No! Live Guthrium! C9! C9
He's
Guthrium,
getting
get
on,
out
he's
of there!
gone, he's floated on!
Get off!
One more
No!
death! Here's a barrage, can Gafrium turn it? He cannot. He's just getting barraged. And Shu dies as well with 10-10. just keep shaving those points off your total score, shall we? Just can't catch a break, mate. It'll be okay. They're gonna win 2 more maps, okay? They're gonna win 2 more maps.
Just fucking Shu, man. So let's see, did he have Unk? He had no cooldowns. Damn it.
Play us out, boys.
No pocket, tired. 2 hats. I mean, he can't heal anyone. He's on the flank. Is Sage of Esoterics a pirate chatter? I feel like they've got the same vibe with their emote usage. Like when they did the opposite, the bloody they're just doing like all the YouTube emotes perma. Very pirate coded. Definitely a part of the PCU. Best Canadian hits, top 100. Derpy chatter, they're all the same to me. They're all the same to me.
Why Shu and Mizuki? I don't know. Vi didn't look that hot at the Champions Clash. Might look kind of crazy on the Kiri too. Feels like it makes enough sense. I think Violet's probably a better Kiri than Shu. At least, especially when you're in this sort of double flex type one and he has a bit more freedom.
Just put on Warren. Has Warren even been streaming? Warren got billed as the top person at the top of this drop set, so I think he's, out of respect, he's just not streaming anything.
What do you mean by build?
You know, like at the when they write the North American drop sets, they always write Warren at the top of the list.
Oh, like on the inventory
on the
page.
Program. Yeah, on the inventory page. You know.
Damn it.
It's just one of those, isn't it?
Whoa, China have finished a whole game in just 1 hour. Please alert the media. They have... This is abnormal levels of performance. Which one was it? Solus Victorian versus...
Just because the game's
Kitsune
over doesn't mean
Kage?
that they've completed their 15-minute break, plus their 15-minute interview, plus their 30-minute break, plus their cartoon segment into the next game. So let's not get out of it.
Just to let you know, Ringleader has lost another game.
Oh my dog. Post the dog again.
Alright, 4 Angry Men against Returns with a Z. Up next.
Are you still using Kame's account? Yeah.
Yeah, we're still in between games.
The only good game is AG versus JDG. Is that today?
Today.
It'll probably be during the World Cup, so we can't even watch it.
So the schedule at the moment for that game is at 12:30, which is in 3.5 hours, which is super in the middle of the World Cup.
It'll buff out. Do they have Cheeky Monkey on Billy Billy? Let's have a look at the emote selection on Billy Billy. Let's see if there's like
There's been loads of
emotes,
emotes, right? Okay, so
surely there's a Cheeky Monkey analog in here. It like auto dismisses itself while I still have it moused over, so that's cool.
I'm struggling to find a monkey.
Looks like there's no default.
I've got a lion.
Maybe in the channel emotes. Oh, I don't know where like the hero specific emotes come from. Maybe like sub emotes from another channel.
Or maybe it's like a premium thing.
Let's see.
The chat on this account.
How long till the World Cup starts? Yeah, we're gonna swap over to the World Cup when it starts in an hour. Fuck, it's soon today.
Yeah, it's actually really, really close.
It's like so early.
I'm gonna have to make like a really awkward transition with my YouTube where I just sort of cut it, and then we're just immediately onto World Cup.
Yeah, that's like weird. Like, I don't know why it's scheduled like this.
I told you they just ignored me when I raised the question.
Well, that kind of.
Well, they didn't ignore me at first.
I'm not even gonna bother speaking. No.
The first response was, "No, I don't think they clash." And then I sent, further evidence. It felt like they were at least a little clashing. And then it was, Rule stays quiet, yeah. Shu is locked in. He sure was, wasn't he?
Bro, I wanted to say sorry until I committed to the color. Chungus Chiller and Sage of Esoterics, they do have they have long names, like approximately the same length name, and the same color, and the same badge. They're both using the fucking Wholesome Direct badge. Don't make me put on my Wholesome Direct badge, by the way. Like, I do have a Wholesome Direct badge. Don't make me bust that shit out.
Shu's done learning Mizuki. Is he now mastered it?
Oh, fuck, he's on Kiri now. Another high scorer for him.
I agree with Boyaro as well. Go back to firsting over Alvi. So
yes, it is Wintry. We are twinning. Face, Fusha, tongue out. Beautiful.
Full
Can we
cap.
listen to German music again, or is that limited to Team Germany games only?
30
Wait your
seconds.
turn,
Go.
Sotra. 30 seconds? You AFK? Maybe that's what he meant.
Predictions. No.
Oh, predictions. Okay. IRL badge OP. Doubtful. Knife has already midied 10-10 mid-air. That's my knife. Yeah, get them all, son. Let's see if Shu got some eliminations in that too. I can see he's got some ult charge. Guthrium trying to minimize loss. Dying off screen here. God, I should have had Dark. Now, Guthrium's going to get staggered actually, which is probably not great for the fantasy economy. And this might be another one of those Zeta matches where they don't actually fight anywhere but off cart, and they set another world record. Strafing run in spawn for Knife, dropped onto the ground as well by Violet. But let's get him out of dodge. Let's get back on top.
Little fadeaway bomb as well. You might be slightly ahead. Let me use some numbers. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, just works.
There's as many numbers
Just
as you get in. I don't know any numbers lower than that.
Zeta. Alright. Just works. Alright, Guthrium now full eat on the Bass form timing. 84%, but we're not there yet. Now it's time for Cheeseburger to take their turn with Minutes form after conceding checkpoint for free. No ultimates for Zeta required in order to push that one over the line. Now they're going to swing the corner. Violet's in trouble. Minute. Oh, actually getting the better of Knife in this scene, but now Knife has bombs, so he's probably not going to die. It's probably not going to affect my fantasy too badly. Guthrium, on the other hand, definitely going to affect it in a negative way, as this guy has 50% of his fucking ult after all this time. He's about to lose his suit in the middle of everything too, but Zeta just keep pushing cards. So this is going to be a world record map that gets no points.
Oh, Guthrium, wait, he's killed Shu in the backline here. An opening pick,
that's
Banara
bad.
Su as well. Cheeseburger fighting back. Argon now just going to push the
someday.
advantage. I mean, the problem is, what you're rooting for is a fight where Knife, Shu, and Gafrium never die. Spin to win here to take the Bastion out of the sky, though. Dragging him up there, but Proper can't find the kill. Violet will finish one off, but the trade back onto Proper. Still very messy here as Cheeseburger are trying to mitigate some of the damage and get that robot away. Burner's going to meet up with Shu on this high ground, though, and stop the push for now. Cheeseburger being forced to reset as well.
3 and -2 map 1. Thank you for putting me onto that, Bushy Brigadier. I appreciate you putting some alerts around that so I couldn't possibly miss it. Form comes out for knife now. Good damage on a minute. Need more damage for him. Guthrium, definitely not an earner in this series, which makes me wonder. Maybe I would have been better off having Void on my roster. Now Argon stepping up again, poking through, mate. Fly bomb gets nothing because 10's the pilot. Knife dropped into the middle of everything. Catnap comes out. Knife's dead. Guthrium gets one. Shu's dead as well. Just fucking kill me.
Alright, Burner going to die on point now as well. No chance to stagger him as they need to move this robot. 10-10's going to chase Violet all the way out to spawn. And now Cheeseburger with a chance to set up for this fight on middle, get their cat and their Bastion right above this choke point, make it as difficult as possible. Zeta Division only just spawning now their Diva, so they might have to take it a little bit slow. Maybe even just go to the corner for the fight, really. Play for this next swing. They're having a little poke out now. Now the cat Bastion in main. Eyes on Knife as he goes for his swing timing.
Form. Soon to be available. Swing top. Knife is going to pump damage into minute. Then it has the Kitsune rush, but Violet is going to take a chance. Goes and catnaps straight into the enemy. Kitsu dies for it. Guthrium cleaning up everyone now. Shu's going to get another death here if we're not careful. He wasn't careful. Bombs out for a minute as well, all over the payload. And Zeta Division, it's actually having to fight pretty hard for this one as Cheeseburger have swung back in.
Yeah, that's a perfect fight really from Cheeseburger. Nice and clean from them as well. They have to worry about the Kitsune rush in the next fight, but they can threaten for checkpoint with this. They'll start with a slightly better Cat Bastion position, and they'll have a Catnap to try and interrupt this Kitsune rush at a certain point as well. But you can see Knife and Violet have already got a position back on the slope here, so they're already in a pincer a little bit. Form timing comes through over the top. Matrixes will be in play as Minute is forced to D-peak with the team. Shu with a Kitsune rush now to keep the push going, and Minute is caught out. Catnap comes out. Huge, dragging Violet towards the edge on this one as well. Can he get him into the kill box? He sure can. Now 10-10 coming back, trying to heal, trying to play the angle. Gafrium has bomb if he needs it. Will be needing this one soon. Needs help back into the suit. 50 HP. Knife finds him though. Bomb won't find any trades, but 10-10's back in from the back. He's killed Knife. Proper should still be good for the cleanup, but Cheeseburger making Zeta work for it.
Unfucking believable. Cheeseburger taking it to Zeta Division right now, really putting the screws to him. What is it? I'm doing something wrong with that one.
What's wrong?
My tab method wasn't working on it. No, I'm one of the 7TV modes. Someone can help me out. I'm sure someone can fix it. Someone knows what I'm trying to type. Alright, Argon now stepping up. Thank you, Jungus Chiller. That's better. Argon spin available. But
spin to win.
Bombs. Oh, it's another flying spin. The aerial spin's doing all of the work for Zeta Division right now. Flashy performance. Guthrium dead last as well as Proper's going to push all the way through. And maybe now this is where Zeta Division try to close out the map.
It's just become apparent now. All of the ults are actually better if you're able to just fly them into the enemy at breakneck speed from the sky. That's going to be Zeta Division extending their lead now, coming up to 19 meters. They're slightly behind on Kitsune Rush and obviously Spin for this next fight, but they'll just take the 3 meters that they can. Happy to just play disengage when Cheeseburger walk up. Make Cheeseburger spend some of these more expensive ults on their side of the map, or if they play it slow enough, Shu and Violet can just build their own ults to mirror as well.
Yeah, Wu Chang's going to play in main and poke at the moment. Spin in the air for Argon, trying to copy greatness, but unfortunately this is something that can't be taught.
Except no
Shu's
imitations.
Right out the sky, yeah. Now it's going to be Kitsu for Poo Chan, see if he can get something done. Minutes popping the bombs, everything getting thrown into this fight by the Cheeseburger side, but they haven't even secured a singular trade. They are in big trouble now as they all get wiped on the cart. They've used the majority of their bank, only poor little Tennyson's Catnap remains, and Zeta ready to finish this map. Put on a shirt, Argon. Yeah.
Catnap available for 10-10 here, but they are on the ropes. Bastion form out early is going to force Argon onto the back foot. Now the Bastion battle in the sky as Knife is dropped down to get Suzu'd. Swing round the corner as Gafreem continues to anchor point. He doesn't have the bomb just yet, while Burner has already used his. TP away from that catnap here, but he's going to get Knife instead. Knife is being dragged into spawn. Can they find the kill? Knife actually kills 1010 as drags him there. Suit's going to be traded on this one. Gafreem won't be getting back in that suit. Now Proper looking to take over. He's in the sky again, looking for another spin. Just a Bastion. Maybe doesn't need it just for the Bastion here. Violet's died to minute while he's gone for that. Can still go for the spin here if he wants. Proper has it, but there are players down. Proper TP onto the high ground, and it looks like Zeta, they're just being bled out here by the respawns.
Q finds a way out of here, right?
Yeah, through the respawn queue. He's opted for reincarnation.
I had a dream. He's going to come back as a beautiful butterfly. Zeta Division. Finish it, guys. Finish it. Cheeseburger have forgotten to push the cart.
Makes you think.
Now 3 people are pushing the cart. It was at the same pace, guys.
They're all on the car. Oh, Bob in the sky. See you later, Violet. Takes him down. Argon on the ground. The spin will hit 2 as well. Cheeseburger, they're investing. Oh, but Wu-Chan has been traded late. A stagger onto the Diva would go a long way, but they need to get him off the robot, which they can't, because that robot has still moved so little. They'll win another fight, Cheeseburger. Cost him a couple for that now.
I haven't even turned off close spawns. All the Zeta are going to get close. This is nonsense. Butter and then Fly Senat. How good was Fly Senat's peak? Alright, now it's time. 10, ready to go. Kitsu for Wu-Chan right here in the center of the map. Shu's just poking from the opposite end. They can match alternates here, but Minute has gone for a very early form. That means that the next Kitsu is going to be tough. Oh, Minute instantly forced to use the bombs as Knife gets the better of him, swinging the corner on the ground. Doesn't even need to fly for it. Minute's going to go down during his bombs. Catnap comes out from both cats. Not sure if anyone's being hanged in the town square right now, but it is looking an awful lot like a Zeta sweep. They clean up Cheeseburger. No trades. And, well, at this point, we're going to run out of time before we full cap them out.
1 minute left on the clock now for Zeta to try and finish it off. They've got double DPS Soul and a Diva Bomb if they need it too to work with. But these comps are always pretty tradey, hard to get clear pushes. Another spin in the sky, chasing the Cat Bastion, but Proper doesn't get very close with that one at all. That's going to be an easy kite and 1 ult for nothing. Now back to Tabaxian, the Bastion into the sky for Violet as they go for another swing timing. Burner's making a move onto the Bastion here. Forces the TP out of a Kiri. Tries to zone this backline as well. Diva's been separated a little bit as Gafreem's going to force a TP as well. Both teams trying to flip around, but Zeta have control of the robot. They're trying to push it in. Cheeseburger, they have to respond. A bomb goes out into the back here. Just ditched! Both for Cat, the Bastion die. Bernard gets 2. Knife is going to die during all of this. Gafreem still has the bomb. Launches the bomb into the sky. Violet's going to come try and get involved. They want to kill the baby. Gafreem will fall. Argon left on point. 5% short of a Blossom. Diva all over him as well. No chance for a trade. Cheeseburger throwing themselves back in. 14 seconds left. Proper will get the kill. Stall underneath for him now. Minute trying to buy valuable time. Argon coming back and slipped in. A full cap for Zeta Division.
Maybe in the last 30 seconds they can hold. Brutal. Oh, biggest. What's this tree tweet? Is it the 6-7 thing? Yeah, I already pre-liked, mate.
That one with like Weeds in the gang and tree.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get my food.
What you got?
Rice bowl.
Ooh. Why is he a mouse? Corner in the end. Spooky one. Oh, pardon me. Spooky one, no Westy. VIP or I spoil your gift to your wife. It's an empty threat vibe. Calling your bluff on that one. Oh, 1 HP on that remake. Things are in motion. 5, it's just like a really weird thing to pretend to do shit like this. A bad vibe, if you will. See, like, IVQs is a real threat. She might just eat all the drops and then there'll be none for all of us. That one we have to take seriously. Yeah, Cat Bastion for all of this map. It is Runasappy though, which I think everyone has sort of come to the conclusion of. This is, you know, this is the Cat Bastion, the best Cat Bastion map. The one you see it most commonly on. Was that only map 2? God, time really does move slower today. Shit. China, no wait, China still haven't started. Fuck off. It's a 2.5 minute countdown. It's only game 2. Fuck. Should we look at some numbers from that one? I've clicked on the wrong game. Okay. Are they all in yet? Ooh. Oh, Runasappy's not in yet. I guess they haven't shown the scoreboard yet. Oasis numbers. Big score for Violet, big score for Knife, big score for Bernie. Narrow positive for Wuchan and Tentem. You make me not want to cover the 3rd game. What about the 4th game, Lemon? What an upset for the winless Zeta Division versus the undefeated Cheeseburger. Now that's good spin. Yeah, we can do silly preds. Let's see what the map type is and we can do some type of score pred, full cap pred, full hold pred, etc. Loot box. Mid-season Madness Rhine Zarya and Shanghai Dragons Rhine. No way. Good pull.
W slaps.
Yeah, I mean, once we get past this busy morning, it will settle back down into just one game at a time. Just got to get through this initial bit.
You're not watching the Chinese, are you?
No, I was just talking to like the tickers, because obviously it's max difficulty when 3 tournaments happen at the same time. It's a need for gang involved. But China's going real slow, so well, like quick games but slow breaks. So they got a while left still.
Did you hear that Rick Owens stopped designing?
Same IVQ, but also it still wouldn't be good. Just played Sim the whole time.
You're joking? I'm not joking.
Got Spitfire Zarya for Poco skin. All right, here's the scoreboard. Kafrian went 13 and 8.
3 months. Triple T.
Yeah, probably the biggest winner there. What was he 20? Was that 24 and 5? 24 and 4?
It's pretty good.
I think it's a little column A, little column B there, Penguin. I think both things are true. I think Violet struggled on 1. He's really good on Kiri. Seems reasonable enough. No, not really time. It's like the Cat Bastion map the most in that one. I mean, we've seen teams do that as well. But I feel like Cat Bastion really strong on Runasappy. On Mizuki Band too. Yeah, that'll probably do it.
I don't know what Shu's going to do without a Mizu ban.
Get back on the Mizu. Lose a 1v1 to 10-10.
He didn't lose it, he went even in it.
Oh, speaking of losing it though, Farmer is in.
I think that's good.
Is that maybe you think it will stop
I
stop
think
the negative
losing
flow?
points every time he plays.
He
yeah.
lost 2 on the first one, I think. I don't know if we only just got the scoreboard for the second, so I don't think that'll be in yet.
I think I'm in the level of cope now where I'm happy to see my player get subbed out.
Yeah. Ooh, Dorado next. They forcing a Winston mirror here. Milgari's in though. Little Winston mirror on Dorado.
Show me Farmer.
Anyone got Farmer in their fantasy?
I show Farmer. I reckon this bowler slop has done me well.
Oh, you'll be buzzing about this as well. Gafriam got 0.5 points in that next one. He's clawing it back.
Wow, he's only like -2 for today.
We call him the comeback kid.
No one's calling him a comeback kid, bro.
I've heard people calling him this.
Lemon, no, I don't think so.
Why did Hunter put Gafriam in his team in the first place? Because he hates Faith and he hates winning.
Faith was the winning pick for the week.
I got the Vegas Eternal Caskin. Is that Dove or Mouthful? Was somebody saying the other day that Dove and Mouthful are back?
Malthor was in my chat like yesterday.
Oh, really? Are they playing again or are they just, you know,
I
hanging?
think they're in face up.
Oh.
Hunter is handsome, redeemed a 10-string watch streak to say, my name on fantasy is literally I show Farmer. Gimmick stacking, like...
What map type was it, sorry? I was very locked out.
I don't even know
Dorado?
which chat. I have Spotify on the screen, I can't even see the game, bro.
It's Dorado. Will there be a full hold? Yes, no. I'll give you a minute. Alright. Alright. Mugaru in. Farmer in. Bull, Cat Bastion, and a Tracer to start for Zeta Division. Cheeseburger. Actually lurking for the same this time. Imagine Farmer will be playing the Malgren in this scenario, though, not the Winston. We'll see if that has any legs, though. Spoiler, it doesn't. Alright, little Widow peek out of spawn now. Trying to find this cat early. Checking all the skies. Getting sniped away by Shuvo, so we will back it up. And now they'll be swapping onto Tracer, likely a Bastion themselves, and a Malga. So, advantage here is obviously the Malga can keep himself on point and just keep that payload moving. Nade will come out from Shu, doesn't find anything though. You see Proper has taken over responsibility for most of the touch here, as Milgari is going to maybe try and find a way onto these rooftops, maybe even interfere a little bit with this Cat Bastion. You see though, Shu does have a pretty powerful position to aid with this duel.
It really breaks my heart to see Farmer get subbed in on Dorado to play to play Malga into Shu on Anna. Like, doesn't feel like this kid is set up to succeed, in all honesty. Like, I know, you know, he has his moments, but this feels like somebody that's getting stitched up by his organization, to be honest. This feels like somebody that doesn't get a fair go from his team. He was on Zeta Division, and they would always put him in for the impossible matches. Now, on Cheeseburger, they give him that same degree of disrespect. Good point farming Shu there, good pocket on the Bastion, I like that.
You think he's just been hard done by, just a few bad rolls, a few bad props.
He's the crispy of Korea in a tank roll. Like, he deserves more.
Crispy Korean tank.
Rolling bad.
Walking up now, Nano comes out first from Shu into the sky, looks for Minute on that one. There's a counter Nano available from Wushan, but he's going to be patient with this one, wait for his own turn, but now he's getting bombed out. Bastion above him right now. Swing comes out, it's going to be a Nano onto Minute. Can Minute find a kill? A knife has been dropped in the backline here, so he will go down. Farmer comes back to deal with that one. They've lost a couple of people here as Milgari's going to slam in the back. They want more kills, big damage onto Minute, and Proper is there to finish everyone up.
Good finish there from... No, can you do a little more? Sorry.
Yeah. Sounds like there's a bit more food in there, just, yeah. Gonna be Cheeseburger now playing retake, coming up towards the cage for Blossom, the artillery. But really they have to find a way to try and win this Cat Bastion duel in the sky. But with this more powerful position for Shu, it's going to be real tough. They need someone to get in position to deal with him, to disrupt him. But with a Mauga, with a Reaper, can anyone really get close to Shu?
I hope not. I really hope Shu doesn't get any deaths at all. Now, that would be the saving grace for my fantasy. And, you know, all we need is that 500 point to 3 on map 4 in order to really close this out. Gorm comes out in the sky now, Minute's in trouble. Knife getting pumped quite low, actually taking a lot of damage. But Shu trying to block it in midair. Shu's dead, Knife's dead, there goes my fantasy. Bibimbap.
Violet will find a trade onto Argon, but the payload is now moving forward. Minute's going to go behind, tries to predict where the ball's going, gets it all wrong though. Looking for a few late kills. Farmer will just be moving the payload forward the entire time. But they're stuck behind here. Respawns will be coming through. Cheeseburger in a position. There's a cage out on point. Got the ball. Minefield comes out as Farmer's just going to try and beam down this ball. Milgar is taking a lot of damage. He will fall. Proper takes over touch, but now tanked down. Catnap comes through, dragged into the mines for Farmer. He's so low, there's more mines to drag him into. Counter Catnap as Knife is led in, but Pulse Bomb from Proper gets the kill. Knife will get antied and taken down, but now Argon needs full pocket. He has to deal with the Tracer. Proper also has full pocket. Now he has a Nano boost as well. Counter Nano onto Argon. Proper's going to blink past though. He's looking for the Ana on this one. Taxi out of the sky. 10-10 saved his life, and Argon's killed the ball on point. Proper has to come back to help on this one, but Farmer is here now too. Pressure on the point, TP onto the high ground. And Zeta Division, I don't think there's anything they can do about this.
No counterplay here for Zeta as Cheeseburger are going to cap first, keeping the dream alive. We are not calling him Tenjin Netanyahu. Nobody is calling him that. All right. Zeta now ready to swing once again. Argon has the spin, but Minute pinned to the rooftop. Cape thinking. Kilo per Void Chorong. Oof, what a roster. What a roster.
Into the sky now. Form going to be used and ult going to be used from Knife to try and live. Will manage to live for now. They throw it out. Both Annas are going to die immediately. Little sleep though, so Minute will finish that one off from the way. Nice exit present from Wu Chan, and Cheeseburger now have a chance maybe to keep it moving. They just need to deal with his last form timing, but they'll get it done the old-fashioned way. No form required. Violet's now stuck behind and on fire. Milgar is getting chased out as well, and Cheeseburger keeping the snowball going.
Yeah, huge chase at the moment.
He's
Proper
blinding.
Running after Big Reaps, and it is, well, look, any second that this series goes longer, I think means more points, but it's entirely possible with the way that, you know, some of my players are playing it fast and loose with their life, that it is actually just endless subtraction for both sides. Shoot. Not delivering. Not this week. Not last week. Not in the last day of the LAN. Now Shu. Oh no, it's Wu Chan dueling with Milgari. Milgari, the Iceman's going to get slept out. Self-nade for Wu Chan is not going to catch the ball. Minute's stuck underneath. Zeta Division still pretty comfortably in control of this high ground. And Proper has found Tennyson. Now he's dueling with the Bass. A little bit of an assist coming through from the Iceman now as he rolls into the fight. But this might be a slow bleed out for Cheeseburgers. They're all just stuck in the bank.
Stuck in the bank. They're going to try and get out through the far side, but Zeta's Comp have the mobility to beat her as well. TP out in main. As Farmer got a way out here, he's going for a big old stomp. Argon needs a lot of pocket in main. Farmer's going to die on the way out, and that is a slow death. And now just a minute left for Cheeseburger, but 5 ultimates. The problem is, Zeta also have 5 here, so big throwdown, and right now Cheeseburger are pinned right back at their spawn door.
All the way back to the spawn door at the moment for the Burgers, but look at the ult sitch coming out. 5 of them ready to rip for both sides. Strafing run from Knife. Nano-able from back there. Gonna get taxied back out into the open. Counter Nano comes through. Minute has to use the bombs in fear. Drop down to the low ground. Oh, Knife. He actually peels for Shu there with the spin, but Shu is still in big trouble. Farmer throws down the cage. Gonna counter mine instantly from Milgaru. Counter cancel on the cage. Milgaru gets catnap. Counter catnap on the catnap. Malga catnap. Counter cancel cage. Spin is the only thing missing from this one as Cheeseburger, well, they just dumped all 5 of their ultimates. They've lost the trade. Zeta Division didn't even need the DPS ultimate. Here we are.
A little sleep on the Bastion as well. Going for the Cat. Shoot, half HP, but Violet's in there to get the low HP Cat as well. Finishes that one off. Trickling down from overtime. They will get one more touch. Farmer's there as well, but low on healing. And now Proper Pulse Bomb stick is good. Farmer's going to keep this one going as long as he can, but Proper is cleaning everyone up. Tries to stop the Tracer, but no doing. And Zeta, they'll get the hold on second.
Solid hold for Zeta on second. Good thing the Iceman got his reps in. On you. Oh god.
Okay.
No. No, I might have to hang it up actually.
Hanging up.
Yes, do you even lift?
Too much food.
I know, I've never heard Hunter cast this much before. Yeah, it's the first time I've been. Still Pride Month, yet the cozy in the corner isn't the cloak. The jog's killing me slowly. Aww. Doesn't get any easier, you know? Does not get any easier. Hi, chicken.
Sure am time. Have to keep it going somehow. And what better way to slowly poison myself?
Hunter too tired to even be on his phone when he's supposed to be casting Bliss Dead.
He's so tired, all he can do is his job.
Fuck. What a mess. Until the acai bowl hurt my stomachs. Plural. Interesting.
Are you some type of cow? Perhaps a sheep?
Chicken? Belka.
I think chickens have
Hunter,
multiple
have you slept at all in
stomachs.
these past 2 days? Yes. Alright. Look at this position for 10 right now. Floating directly above the spawn
We
door.
don't know.
Oh, it's a
don't
secret
know.
tune. Oh, here we go. Strafing run is out. And knife is fine.
Absolutely fine. Nothing from that hiding position, and it will just be a full reset. Propus on the Reaper here. Oh no, we'll be going over onto the Tracer alongside this. It's ball on both sides this time, so Viana's expect them to have a pretty awful time, all things considered. You'll probably also see both cats play a little bit closer to their Annas in these situations. For now, Wu-Chan trying to pivot away from this one. Milgari comes through for one roll. Wu-Chan will re-peek with a team, trying to get involved in that Cat Bastion for Sky. Shu's gone down off screen now as Wu-Chan's desperately trying to rotate to help his Cat Bastion, but Cheeseburger, they manage to group up, they take down Knife, and they can force Violet back here too. Little sleep onto the ball.
Yes. Slam now in main. Ball taking a beating. Minute will catch Knife early. Milgar is quite low as well on the run, but Cart not being pushed very far by Zeta yet. And Violet dead on the cat. I mean, Cal reckons he's cheesing ear to ear playing the cat, but I mean, I'm not sure if this gameplay is particularly pleasing to anybody involved. Knife's probably going to collect another death if we're not careful. The Iceman's taking the mick. It was all a double cross. Pulled him in, killed the Bass.
Trying to chase Proper out, but he still has recall, he has Mega Control as well, so now Zeta Division have time to take the high ground, move the cart up, and set up their next move. Milgar is going to try and steal a few. Knife's actually in the back already, taking down Wu-Chan. Farmer's done the same to Shu as well, as Viana's continue to have a pretty rough go of it. Pulse bomb on the floor, damage but no kill as the artillery will be used just to live. Slam now onto the ball, trying to force him back. Cheeseburger having to concede a lot of space here, and they're eventually going to have to play retake. Where is Shu off to?
Shu, off to a ripper of a start here. Come on, son. Get the nano boost. Save Knife's life. Hit a sleep mid-air. Do something that Shu would do. Knife takes too much damage, drops down to the low ground, loses the duel. Proper's pulse bomb. Minute's going to walk onto it. Violet's going to kill Farmer with a catnap, and the cap's going to go through. Cheeseburger, it felt like they really had that one. Early kill on the Bass. Nano available. Ult to spare. Just doesn't play because it's Cheeseburger. So nothing ever goes their way. Troglodyte.
Catnap? Catnap to try and save Wu-Chan's life, doesn't save Wu-Chan's life, and now all of a sudden, need to be careful. They didn't get the cart all that far in the end, Cheeseburger. They have to play it slow, make sure they actually get all 5 members back. Milgar is going to back it up now, but we're approaching one fight territory.
W slaps. Oh, it's good, isn't it, Cal? Oh, sleep comes out now onto the ball. Into the air goes Shu. Deadly stuff. Nano comes out onto Knife now, flying deep. Counter Nano onto Minute. Somebody's got to win this. It's going to be Minute. Knife is fucking worthless on my fantasy this stage, man. What was I thinking?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Big trouble for Wu-Chan at the back as well as Milgari plays for a trade, but Nade will keep Wu-Chan safe. They'll back it out. Proper leaps in from the other one, trying to find a late kill. So they're actually stealing a few meters during all of this, but they won't have enough to clear up the fight. You see Wu-Chan remaining vigilant because Proper is behind him right now, as is Milgaru, and the dive is coming on him again.
Oh, jeez. Hell of a
Pulse
dive. Now, Pulse catches Knife again, just to make sure that my fantasy never gets even 1 foot through the door. Proper on cart, trying to push it through, but might have to wait 4 knife to get back in before they cut through the back line. No way, ain't streaming. Alright, Slam comes out onto point. Argon goes down first. I believe there's mines all over the high ground. Watch it, Violet. We know how this ends. Catnap on the rooftop catches the pass. Drags him into the mines. Minute down. Oh,
he dies too.
He dies to the mines as well. It's just out of respect.
We're all... Farmer's got a second one with mines as she leaps onto that one. So it lose their backline to a minefield, but they get it over the line. It'll be a 3-0 series.
I'm sick of it.
Sick of it. And Zeta, they break the loss streak.
Wow, the curse is broken.
The curse
Zeta
is lifted.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Can you give me like 10 minutes? I'm gonna go to the bathroom and make coffee. Is that possible?
Yeah. Are we swapping? We're swapping to World Cup as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go World Cup after this. The main broadcast isn't on yet, so.
Okay, we got time then.
Yeah, we got some time, I think. Need a couple of songs in a row to play. Song requests. Let's start with the Smiths.
Is Korea over? Now, so what's going to happen now? Let me get the schedule up. There's one more game in Korea. It's Poker Face versus Crazy Raccoon. So, you know, real temper expectations type one. China's going to be playing as well. 4 a.m. versus Returns might be on. Maybe quite literally right now. Yeah. So what? Oh god, I'm leaping forward in time. Am I going to skip the whole map? Hurtling forward, hurtling forward. Also, we're tied up 1-1. Don't vomit, Bunny Z. Don't vomit. Where was I? Trying to... Here. And then the World Cup is meant to be starting real soon as well. So there's a huge amount of Overwatch all happening at the same time. In terms of what we'll prioritise, we will watch the World Cup games, as that's kind of what the drop campaign is for. And I think they're also most likely to be the best games. You know, Finland, Austria. Maybe not the highest stakes, but maybe a little bit closer to how evenly matched they are. Morning, Hex. But we can jump around a little bit. Just to keep some Overwatch on our screens. Team China are playing at the next stage. So right now we're on the online qualifier stage, and this online qualifier qualifies you for a LAN event. Let me sort out our audio channels here as well. This qualifies you for a LAN event in Busan at the end of August, and China are already automatically qualified to that part. So we'll see China later in the year. Baby Yaga is on Solus Victorium again, who feel like they're probably... They actually lost yesterday, so last stage 1 they were the 4th best team, but it feels like they might slip to 5th best team. But China has a lot of stages similar to Korea as well. So we're now in the... God, we're in the Swiss stage of China, then there's going to be a regular season, then there's going to be playoffs. So do not worry if you were sitting there thinking, is there a way I could watch Chinese Overwatch and the same teams play each other another 85 times over the course of the next month and a half? Worry no longer. That's the exact system. That's a good question, IVQ. You might be right. Why are there only 4 angry men? I don't know. They're keeping real quiet about both the gender and mood of the 5th member of the team. Yeah, I think you're right, Cal. I think in general, right? Like, you think weekends like this, where we'll watch Korea in the morning, then either, you know, these last couple of weeks World Cup, or watch EME and NA, like different broadcast teams for both of those. Whereas there's only a handful of people, like me and Untru do both all the regions on the weekend. Emong does it sometimes too as well, but I don't do Japan and Pacific, which is a whole nother like 20 odd hours more maybe of Overwatch during the week. Yeah, Emong sometimes just does like OWCS back to back. Like, Yeah, I've seen that before, Cal. The guy's a machine, though. Just watches it all live, streams for like 6 more hours just playing, and then watches the rebroadcast as well. You can't top Emong. All right, 4 AM will clean that one up.
大招的轮次两边都差不多，对吧？那刚刚那一波其实是 4M 在残局的一个交招，而且今天塞苏娜上来这个手感真的相当不错，
非常非常的火爆。我记得
hold on, I need to
一
message my
上来
mum.
就是
2
塞苏娜
seconds.
对位的一个击杀，然后后续的话每一波超频，我记得他其实每一波超频的效果都还是蛮不错的，除了可能一上来这个第一张小图的那波对可能有点差，然后后面的几个超频效果都很好。然后我觉得包括像猎口今天他一上来有一个5杀嘛，对吧？他的死亡绽放找的时间点真的很不错。我们虽然开玩笑说，这死神确实是一个很厉害的一个角色，他只要开大必死，对吧
Overwatch Esports went live. All right, so if anyone's watching on YouTube right now, I'm going to end the YouTube stream because we're going to start the YouTube World Cup stream, and the YouTube World Cup stream is going to be so long that it might go over 12 hours. And if you go over a 12-hour video on YouTube, it just automatically cuts some of it off. So we're going to do 2 VODs to make sure we don't lose any of the so history is preserved. So keep an eye on the channel if you want to come back on YouTube. We're going to end the stream now. It'll be right back up. Just give me like 2 seconds. I'll be as quick as I can. For anyone here watching on Twitch, though, the Twitch stream is going to stay live the entire time, so don't worry about that all that much. You guys just sit here.